like this now on top of the frequency of chat. They go down right here across the different world. Yes, from the MLS. Well, how things they build up. And the matter go be last now. Whether David Luiz or maybe one or two things we shift towards that side. We'll still, of course, give you update from that end. Right here, of course, in the frequency of champions in the building as we go on this fine Saturday afternoon. You know, say time don't reach that is now Football Live. We're there on top to take you through or what they happen now from the different core as far as football. The run letter game they concerned, and this month of August, well, I do hope you're ready. Yes, to catch the cruise and enjoy everything now when day up for grabs this month of August. When you talk about football, you the reason what to go play from next week. They go now and the Champions League go day for all those who say they are one leg now. They in the quarterfinals, and those with their left leg they out. Whether they go turn wine. A bit water to wine, yes, for Chelsea. But then, of course, one walk with it for ground real quick today. So now the one we consign at the FA Cup final. And, of course, the Serie A as well. Rounding up, yes, one by one. The place out today, the place out tomorrow now. But the most important, guys, like it or not, Juventus are champions. Yes, now just to decide who will finish in that second spot. Will it be Atalanta? Will it be Inter Milan? Yes, who it could be? Well, we will, of course, continue to monitor that one right here. Football Live, we will also be connecting to our guys right there all the way where we say go let us know what they move, what they play, when you talk about the FA Cup final, who's ready for it. Yes, they say Kante is good to go. Willian, of course, finishing matter right there, and of course Tierney, if at all for the coach himself, Mikel Arteta, he says he does so small headache be whole lamb overnight while go away drink now don't cleanse his system. I the zero clear if at all to select a good 11 really when go push for that ticket to the Europa League. I say why Chelsea might be looking at the FA Cup. Arsenal are seeing the Europa League in the it's like a Europa League final. Yes, for Arsenal right here. But if at all, what a motivation, that would be enough motivation for Arsenal to do something. I say now waiting 90 minutes. I go decide that one. Welcome once again to Football Live on the Saturday afternoon right here. We get a goal right. If I tell you the goal right, we did to make them all right. Yes, I say we because I'm not alone. Not at all. Not at all. On the Football Live like this on top the first day of August. Yes, 2020. I have myself with me, the Dortmund striker. Yes, of course. As we party together on this one. Football Live. One of the women.
One of your men.
Yeah, well, one of them. One of the few men. Well, good to have you. I dare right to with Bam.
Yeah, correct. Happy Ileya, happy Salah, happy new month.
Thank you.
Very special month. Not because it's my birthday, but a good month. Normally, money supposed to flow. We go flow August, normally. August is rainbow.
Okay, let's hold you to that one. If at all, I already would also say the rainbow. I mean, looking at what they happen around football, clubs will be spending money, making money as well. So it's a good time. All right, yes, so fans, yes, talking about money. Well, we will start about Football Live right here. Talking point, of course, taking a look at one player who also money don't run, money right there. Everybody see they press their calculator now. People want to know exactly how much altogether. Yes, be that Victor Osimhen deal moving all the way from Napoli, rather from Lille to Napoli. Yes, where the guy now he actually looks good in that jersey. Yes, plus the hair, everything just flew up like say yes. He really was born for that one. Talking about the Napoli jersey right here and how impressive in day with himself. Say don't make that move finally, despite all the obstacles here and there. Well, of course, we'll also be taking a close look at that one on Top Football Live. Yes, we have a lot of talking points for you. So anywhere where you did, make sure say you'd already go check it out right here on our social media platform. If you make a contribution right here, yes, on Facebook, Sports Radio Brilla FM, for Twitter at Brilla FM 889. This Saturday afternoon, we'd love to get your contribution on all these wonderful talking points when we go the shook eye and mouth on top right here on Football Live. Yes, like I said earlier, Victor Osimhen is the man is the name on every lip. Yes, but for Naples, that side though. Yes, everywhere now they're feeling a new guys in town, and of course settling in right there with Napoli. New chapter, new leaf, and it's time to start writing something inside the new book right there. But then I want to find out from you. Our first talking point right here on Top Football Live. We're talking about Victor Osimhen and his move to join in Napoli right here to make things happen from the next season. Where we say play before you know it will start. Of course, this one is wrapping up. Talking about today, tomorrow for the Serie A. But then he also go join things to see how Napoli go fit push when you talk about come next season. They came close, but not good enough. Yes, for anything in terms of maybe Scudetto or not Scudetto. Yes. So basically, look at Victor Osimhen, who don't talk like this now, say he really go prove to the fans, say they don't make mistake, with the hailings, with all the love right there. But then I want to find out, yes, from the top most striker and you, the fans, where they listen, the move don't finally happen. It's a big move for a Nigerian player, the last Nigerian player, where we say, the whole hype of most expensive, that was Alex Iwobi. And now there is the new guy who has, of course, gone ahead to break that record again. Yes, talking about the most expensive African player. Yes, so far in terms of a transfer deal. And there's now Victor Osimhen. What will be the expectation? What do you expect to see? Yes, from Victor Osimhen as he does in Napoli now. What will be that kind? Which kind of things you feel say as fans? Yes, looking at him all the way. I'm sure he has his own personal target. But what kind of target would you set for a certain Victor Osimhen? Yes, who right now he has made the switch from Lille to Napoli. That's one night be our first talking point right here on Football Live, and you can be a part of it. Yes, what will be the expectation from Victor Osimhen? Your own personal expectation, yes, from Victor Osimhen as he goes into this new chapter of a life right here, the football career for the younger Super Eagles striker. Yes, topmost Victor Osimhen, new life in the Serie A. Yes, and from the league onto the Serie A, everybody they say no suppose hard. I mean, Napoli is a good place to start.
Yeah, good. Napoli, they've got themselves a very good product. Victor Osimhen is a kind of striker you would want to invest in. There are two things here. This is a major gamble, a very big gamble, and this is also a very big investment, a big move. That's because you've got a player that when he settles in well in the Serie A will give you 22 goals every season. You take a look at Napoli this outgoing season, the top marksman, the person that's provided most goals in the league, in the Serie A, scored just 11 goals. Osimhen will do that. Mertens has got our average is 17 goals in all competitions for Napoli. Osimhen will do that. There's a little difference, just very little difference between the Serie A and the French Ligue 1. And Osimhen in the Ligue 1 indeed proved what he can do. He's young, he's fast, he's strong. Osimhen very good offensively. Osimhen very good at aerial duels. Whether it's a Gattuso project or a Napoli project, Osimhen keys in. I mentioned those two different things because there's a difference between the club project and what the coach wants, because the coach will be fired. If it's the coach's project and the coach is fired, there's a big problem. You understand? So he's a key part, he's an integral part of Project Napoli. And the club chairman always wanted this project. They wanted someone young that can grow and they will build into the same structure. Now, my fear will be one. Those whether diets or training regime that kept Osimhen fit in the Ligue 1, something close to that must be adapted to keep him well right there in the Serie A. Two, the coach's style of play also matters here. Now, Gattuso likes his style of play. He wants to create options. He won't limit it to only one man as my option to get goals. That's why the man that's got the most goals has got just 11 goals. However, he will want to play to the strength of Victor Osimhen. All Victor just needs is just a wonderful midfield and good men at the flank. He can also there are times he goes wide to get the balls, falls in deep. But in this keen competition where you are signed in to get goals, he has to just get the goals, which is very key. Like I said again, however, he has some major weaknesses. Osimhen at times, maybe it was coaching, does not know the offside marks. That's because he's an arrowhead, you understand? So does not know the offside marks. Those are one of those things I'm sure coaching, they will let him know. It's a major weakness, believe me. It's a major one. Count my statistic number of offsides recorded in the last league ball. You will realize that. So I believe in the Serie A it will be a different ball game. He must have known that it will mature into the game. He will get to understand those are his weaknesses. He has to work, and he's young. He's 21. And the good thing is, most time when everybody shouts Osimhen, oh Napoli, I'm looking beyond Osimhen the player. The only person that can stop Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, in Napoli is Osimhen himself. That's the only person that can stop Osimhen. Otherwise, if he goes for it, it will be a major hit. This first season, Osimhen is very possible he emerges the top scorer for Napoli. I'm not saying he's going to be contesting for the golden shoe in the Serie A, but he's going to be the top marksman. Bearing injuries, this is very, very key. Bearing injuries. And besides, we talk about Osimhen. Most times when I see this kind of wonderful captions, I'm not thinking of just Osimhen. I'm thinking of the Super Eagles. I'm thinking of the national team. John, you don't understand. Most times I sit back and all I'm just for real. I'm thinking of 2022. I'm thinking of who go try Super Eagles, because I look at it. I looked down to the Serie B. I saw Simi Wako, who went down with Crotone, and then he's back up. He met top scorer in the Serie B with 20 goals. And then I look, and then after I imagine top scorer beating almost 8 Italians, the team that won the Serie B, that top marksman got 19 goals. Simi Wako, as in bested. I don't want to say bettered, bested the guy. And of the two is the wanted man by Lazio. Remember, Lazio has Ciro Immobile. Will be crowned who today will be crowned the best, the golden shoe winner in the whole of Europe. And there'll be no miracle unless they do goals deduction. There'll be no miracle. So I think Nigerians should be happy and proud of the fact that we have this kind of news in Victor Osimhen. You look like Aaron Onyekuru. In Monaco, it won't go unknown. This season in France, you will see somebody reenact what Osimhen did with Lyon in Monaco. It will happen there with Aaron Onyekuru. And then it's like that. All I just pray for is these guys remain like this, be consistent. God keep and bless Joaribo. Well, to 2022, keep these guys. We know those that have been the project. It will be tough to beat Nigeria, very difficult team to beat, because there will be too many options for us. But for Osimhen that we're talking about, wonderful deal, goodbye, trust me. It's just like going to the market and then you are getting a product that will set, in your mind, you think you are not going for, Osimhen doesn't look like a luxury product, but he's priced. I hope you get my point. It's not the luxury product. You want to get a good wristwatch. You're not going for the Rolex, but you are going for something that will, people when you in the long run. Yes, the longer you wear it, the longer people look at your hand and say, "Oh, but which hand be this?" That's Victor Osimhen.
Okay. All right, so fans, let's hear from you as well. Your expectations from Victor Osimhen right here at Napoli. Victor Osimhen, like this now, Dr. Selman, he will definitely represent. You know, get choice, but then what is that thing that you would say is your expectation? In Mark, where we say, if at all, what's got to worse? May feel rich here. And
he needs to work on, like I mentioned, one of the weaknesses.
Offside.
Mm-hmm. And he needs to work on his passing as well. This will help him in the Serie A. And he needs to work on another thing, holding on to the ball for too long. Be careful. You will get a very bad injury. Yes. So you get the ball, you release the ball. Go position yourself well. You know, positional discipline, good.
But are these things when you see Gattuso?
Of course, they'll fix it. He's young. This guy is young. Mm-hmm. He's young, and there was a time when he made that move. I hope I'll be able to call one man, Alhaji Gafar. I remember there was a point, that early stages when Osimhen was to go to Wolfsburg. A lot of people cried and wondered why That was when after the under 17 World Cup and everything. At that point, Wolfsburg had a project, and that project, trust me, the man, the sporting director and the coach, they had a big project that would front in young players like that. But boom, something happened. I think it was changed or whatever it is, and then that was when he moved to Charleroi at some point, and then later he moved to Charleroi in Belgium, and then showed the world what he could do. Returned to Wolfsburg and then permanently to Charleroi. At that point, it was obvious that yes, that move to Wolfsburg was to polish him. He went through the ranks. The process has been good for him, and then going to Lille after the Charleroi move also helped polish him well. Although at some point I felt he should have stayed an extra season at Lille. But again, when mango don't ride, they go 4 for 3. You understand? And it's time. When mango ride, you know if you hide the mango. If you don't agree 4 for 3, then we'll pluck up. Napoli were desperate to get a Arrowhead. They were desperate to get a marksman. Someone that maybe not in the spotlight. There are very few direct center forwards in the world now. Osimhen is one of those very few, and Osimhen is perhaps one of the youngest. You have a priced asset, trust me, priced asset. All those little flaws he will work on. The only thing that can affect Osimhen, like I told you, is Osimhen, and that may be lifestyle. If he allows that to get into him, then it's gone. It's only lifestyle. Otherwise, see products. No, it's not. No, it can't. Good thinking, good product.
Alright, so fans, yes, it's time to hear from you. Joining right here, Football Live 0700000889. Now the numbers for you to make a contribution. Also remember to use the hashtag if you are tweeting at BreelFM889. Now Football Live, hashtag Football Live. Yes, I already have some hits on the Facebook fans page. Remember, we did live on Facebook. You can watch us live. Oh yeah, now give us your contribution right there as well. Uban Godofia says great move, but in Napoli he needs to work even harder to score goals. In the Serie A, defense are set up to prevent strikers from taking touches in the box, unlike the League On, where strikers are given more space to operate. I hope the price tag will not affect his performance and confidence. Alright, yes, Mike Anthony says I wish the young Warlock the very best, and I would like okay, thank you very much. Olushola Yorinde says this guy will go far. He has paid his dues by starting from a smaller club, and I see him going higher. Okay, the prayers. Hello, welcome. All right, not ready for me. Yes, Adeboye Josie says I wish him the best all the time and injury-free, also breaking off records. Yes, and setting up another record for himself. Gabriel Chukwemeka says he should surpass the expectation of his critics by improving beyond the time he spent in Lille. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, welcome.
Hello, John.
Yes, so good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go to on the line.
Welcome, go.
Good afternoon,
Hey, how you doing, Ogochukwu?
I'm doing fine. One for this Osimhen. I'm just telling my friend about the force. About the point about that offside trap.
No.
You see, that advantage can turn advantage if their coach or anybody that know him for the same thing, because this kind of player need pass. You don't need to delay ball before you pass for him. He can pass ball even without looking at him. He can use his face and everything to beat the matter. But when you delay the pass, that will cause that offside every time. That's what I think. They can use that disadvantage to their own advantage.
Okay. All right, thank you, Gochugu. All right, talking about the offside and how they go fit change right here. What's what fans, your expectations or targets really for Victor Osimhen at Napoli? Yes, so TV, that team when be say you would like to see from Victor Osimhen moving all the way. The player right there, yes, Naim. Naim be the most expensive. Yes, African. Hello, welcome. Yes, afternoon. Uzo, your location. We don't need Amoli. Your name is fine with us. Uzo.
Your name is good enough. No need for your location. Let's hear you.
I'm sorry. I forgot to
Go ahead.
Osimhen is a very good player. For some time, playing. But you know that in me, the midfield, what is having him is. And I believe in Napoli, they will give enough service he will do wonders. And I think, for me,
All right, maybe you try to call back Uzo. Yes, we still there on right there. You use the social media platforms to make your contribution. I see the no time to waste time. Yes, this one from Mohammed Usman says, wishing him a wonderful form and plenty goals. Yes, Danjuma Emmanuel says, 2 great years at Napoli and over 50 goals. That is my target for Osimhen. And he added something. He says, 2 years at Napoli, 50 goals in those 2 years, then he should leave for England.
Achievable. And he won't leave for England. Once you're enjoying the cruise, if you're successful like that, a team like Napoli will keep him. Imagine scoring 25 goals in the first season and then another 25 goals in the next season. Remember, there is a certain Ciro Immobile there, and Ciro Immobile is in quotes moving off, but it's not showing that he's moving off. So he has a lot to still play for. Osimhen can do 3 seasons, straight seasons with Napoli. He just needs to get hit the ground running and hit that scoring form. Once he does 18 goals in the first season, trust me, he's good to go. 18 marks for me. My benchmark for him in all competitions is first season, 18 goals.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, 18, 17, 18 goals, but 18 goals. That one is just a personal one for me. If he scores 17, I know I didn't get any gift. But if he scores the 18th goal, that 18th goal, that one, let me get up.
All right then. Let's get this one. Hello, welcome.
hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
We're all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm good.
Yeah, my name is Mark.
You're welcome, Mark.
Yeah, for me, Osimhen is a good player. It's a good player. So, and I believe he's going to do very well in Italy because he has already take his mark in France, and then the quality that guy possesses. And if you look at him, personally, that guy is cool-headed. So once you do not allow that amount, just get into his edge, I believe he's going to do that. Thank you.
All right then. Thank you very much. If at all things go flow well, that is the remark right there. Okay, Bello says, all right, wishing him the best. Thank you very much for that one. And another player, another fan right here who is wishing for him to move. I mean, he just moved. Now, which one be move again? All right, this one from Ape, and he says, I want him to go and light Italy up and make another big money move to Spain next year to replace Benzema. You don't want to.
Like that. He will do more than 1 season.
Yes.
I'm just praying he gets 18 goals. 18 goals, then good. And that's all. You understand? You know, there's some things that instills confidence in you. Yeah. The best for him will even be to score on his debut. You know, then the confidence grows. You're like, okay, I'm here to conquer, and then they're good to go. And those flaws identified, begin to deliberately work on them. If he's been playing, if he's been sleeping some, let's say, 10 hours in Lille, he will have to sleep shorter time now. If he has been training 8 hours in Lille, he will have to add maybe 2 hours more, because this is mega, this is big. Let's even leave the price tag. This is big. It's the Serie A, and it's Napoli. Napoli is a team that housed Diego Maradona at a then record fee, crossing from Barcelona there, and Italy smashing a record fee for the club to get that deal. A lot. I like I said, the only thing that can stop Osimhen is I pray his young shoulders can carry this weight. You understand? I don't know if you watched the Passion of Christ. You know, that cross. So let me just use that. I'm not being blasphemous. Osimhen in that shoes now is carrying a cross.
As a day like this one, the difference is there's no help out.
There will be no Simon of Cyrene.
And only hand to carry this one.
Yeah. There will be no Simon.
All right, let's take another call. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon, Baba.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tony.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
My brother. And I do well.
Yes, so what's your name, sir?
Okay, this is Emeka.
You're welcome, Emeka.
Yeah, so I'm this to Osimhen, and this move to Napoli. That guy is going to do wonders there. He doesn't play like a small boy. I think he has to show that to move, to score up to 18 goals, like Femi said.
Yeah.
You know that Femi is a wonderful analyst. So you shouldn't have asked him questions. You should have allowed us to talk first. Because he will see the whole thing before everybody begins to talk. So that's a wonderful analyst. About that offside, they should serve him the meal hot. You know what that boy can do once you give him ball fast. Remember what he did at Asaba in that champion where they put him there. 3 goals. Just give him the ball at the right time and the ball will clutch his team. I'm praying for him. He will do very, very well. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Yes, the prayers, of course, are needed, if at all, at this point. And I always remember what even Victor Osimhen always said that if you know where we come from, and that's his pinned tweet. His pinned tweet right there. See, if you know where they come from, can't reach where we dey, you know, go pray make we fail. And that's the truth, really. At this point, nobody should have that at their mind, because some people will say, hey, I'm not going to see what they want to do that last. All right. This one right there on the Facebook fans page. I'm going back right there. Remember to tweet at BRFM889. Use the hashtag Football Live on Facebook as well. Sports Radio Billa FM. Daniels John says my expectation with Victor Osimhen now for to surpass Mertens' goal record. Dries Mertens, I want him to surpass his record by today at Napoli. Okay.
I talked about Dries Mertens. I told him, I said over the number of seasons he's played there, he's averaged like 18 goals per season. 18-17. That's why I benchmarked. One of the reasons I benchmarked that with Osimhen. He will do that, and I want it to stay. I expect it will stay like 3 seasons. First season, 18 goals, and then announce yourself. And by then, there are a lot of people who will contend with that. Osimhen will be at the same league where Cristiano Ronaldo did now.
At the league.
And there's a Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, in that league as well.
It go hot. Zero Immobile.
All right, yes. Still moving on right there, checking some of your contributions on the fans page. And this one says, my expectation, just one expectation. Collins so gave that, he said just score goals. That's my only expectation for him. Make it just a score. All right, yes. And this one says, I want him to actually shine so bright and, shine even brighter than Cristiano Ronaldo. Richard Abba says, I see him competing with Europe's best strikers next season. The like of Timo Werner, them Haaland, Mbappe, Salah. He will be there, yes, competing with them at the very top. And this one is saying from, Simon. All right, thank you very much. Let's return to the phone lines. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Professor.
Good afternoon, Master.
Yeah, my name is Sariki Deno.
You're welcome.
I'm talking about expectation for our guy, Victor Osimhen. I think my expectation would be for him to, resist this attack of CR7, effect of CR7. Not to feel like he has a lot of things to do. He just keep his head up, try to, be consistent. That's what I'm saying. I'm not looking at giving him a go Monday, but at least go constantly. Keep on ahead with the top strikers in the Italian Serie A, and with that he can, surpass even any other good striker there. He should not be afraid of Timo Immobile and CR7. And other good strikers, because the Italian league they have a lot of good scorers. He should be consistent and score the goals. He don't be afraid of anybody. Whenever I see him, he has a big heart. He can at least show that he is one of our greatest. We have not had a transfer of a Nigerian player like that. He can just replicate that, and it will be good for him. Who said we cannot have another African best in him? That's my take.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Yes, for that one. Sport fans, 0700000088. Now, when they talk about Victor Osimhen, he's moved to Napoli. I want to find out from you what be your expectation. What is that thing you for yourself who you would like to see for Victor Osimhen body right there at Napoli? Looking at his first season and of course even ahead. Kingsley, your member right there watching live says his height and strength really work for him, and it's a very good choice he has made to join Napoli right here. Good one. All right, yes, let's take this call real quick. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah. My name is Madabo Jesus.
Okay, welcome on board, too.
I did bring the other guy in the studio.
Why not the other guy?
Nothing else. I target for me now just to be consistent, and also if he can be injury free, he can match those records. He can even surpass those records. That's all. Just to be consistent. That's all I want from him. I believe he's going to keep so I just want him to be consistent. That's all.
Consistent, yes, and of course injury free. That's one itself. Now God hand it did, and well, he hand too. You talk about not holding the ball for too long.
And style of play can also determine that kind of injury. Fine, injuries, there could be freak injuries that will just pop up, but also your style of play. One of the flaws I identified, I told you about, holding on to the ball for too long.
Yes.
Which is very key. Once you can do that, and then his passing abilities, I'm sure there are things that will be touched up. At 21, he's still growing. Some of the mates have never seen this, even never see this kind of deal smash. You understand? 21, Drogba had not signed this kind of deal. Even more, you understand? I'm not trying to tell you the way it is. So he's still growing. He's someone they've identified as, yes, young. Checked his history, seen his weight. They've not gone for someone you already know is A-star somewhere, but someone who's got the prospects of being A-star here. That's what Napoli have done. What Wolfsburg saw was what is what Napoli are seeing too as well, and they want to keep him for real. And then once he works on those key things, and not holding onto the ball for too long, do a lot of play with your teammates, wonderful positioning will also help. And again, like I said, very key, what the coach wants. And I know the coach will want to play to his strength. They must have seen the strength of Osimhen and seen him as someone that can deliver the goods, play to his strength. Let's say you add Osimhen's 18 goals to what Napoli had in the Serie A from Milik. You begin to imagine where Napoli could have been. Yes, you understand. Perhaps Napoli could have, right now they scored 58 goals. Napoli, imagine 18 goals from Osimhen in the Serie A to him. That will be talking about some 76 goals. That's competing with the likes of Lazio there that has a Ciro Immobile. Ciro Immobile has scored close to 50% of the goals Lazio has scored in the Serie A. Of 78 goals, he scored 35. So you can imagine that kind of deal there. So that's the kind of player they want in Napoli. They need a striker that can give them at least 45% of their goals in the league. Once you get a striker like that, you'll do well. You won't be hunting relegation as long as you tidy your back. And then you're not shipping in goals as carelessly as they've done. Atalanta shipped in goals, but Atalanta pounded, they scored 98 goals. Yeah. You understand? So that's all you need.
Make 100.
Yes. 98 goals. Atalanta during in the course of the season was a good thing when it has to do with scoring. Most of the guys were palming Atalanta whether home or away. Atalanta to score over 1.5. Atalanta to score over is sure must enter. So that's the kind of guy Napoli wants. Give us like 45% of our goals, and then we are good to go.
All right, Collins on Twitter at Okoro Collins 11 says, I wish Victor Osimhen all the best at Napoli. I think he will represent Nigeria and Africa well. 20 plus goals would be fantastic for a start. All right, and Easy Slim Shade Vic on Twitter still says, hailings to Babafemi and Joan as well. It was a wise decision for Victor Osimhen joining Napoli from Lille. My expectation for him in the Serie A is to become the highest goal scorer next Serie A season. That one go tough. right, but who knows?
Immobile is still mobile.
Who knows?
He's not immobile yet. And there's an old man there we know they die. Still wear makeup. Ronaldo, see the way see the way makeup, the way bomb short. You know, even for fashion, goes fashion. Ronaldo is still in vogue.
Still in vogue.
Yes, still everything the young ones are wearing, they wear them. Tight jeans, studded jeans,
different hairstyle. Different hairstyle.
What are you talking about?
Don't pem, don't roll, don't not.
If it's goes fashion. That guy still do.
All right, yes. Young Shafi on Twitter as well says he's a good goal pusher. I hope he kickstart the new season well because he needs to study his new teammates. Okay. All right, let's take this one. Hello.
Hello, good.
Yes, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, try to get back 0700000889. Like the numbers to make your contribution right here. It is Football Live. Yes, also on Twitter at Brila FM 889. Facebook Sports Radio Brila FM. Hello. Hello, welcome. All right, not ready for me. Try to get back on board. Yes, we keep going right here on Top Football Live. Yes, very soon we'll go get to serve you some team news. But before we do that, let me still take one or two more hits where we say don't come in on the fans page. Eman Vera says Victor should not be under pressure. He should work hard and know that internally has the best defenders. I trust he will get the double figures. Yes. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome. Please help us to move away from your radio or that device where you take a listen.
Hello.
Maybe you try to do the right thing and get us back because that way we're not going to hear you. Hello, welcome. Yes, good afternoon.
I did you.
Adesabetu.
Oyola, I owe you.
Baba.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Now, James FJ1 on the line.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you. Johnny Baba, please, I want to let Baba Meraji explain to us, we the Nigerian and Africa, how much they buy Victor Osimhen. Because when they mention dollar, we don't understand. Let them give us the figure. How many million pounds so that we can record that on our book. So we can see the money where they buy it. Because now, since the money, at the year dollar. So I want you the million pounds. So that let's win Nigeria.
You be British, you don't hear the money for dollars now. The estimate in dollars is $96 million US. You can do that's in all. That's everything, the full package, and that's the biggest signing for any African. That's around 45 billion naira.
And one more for pounds, million pounds.
My guy, I don't tell you say 45 billion naira. Call your bookie, say how much be pound.
No, you have for pounds. Example now.
I don't tell you say when you go call your bookie now, exchange rate.
Stop this thing now. Let me so. See, we are bad. So all the players will be inside for the war. We are 100 million pounds, 90 million pounds.
Hello, you are wrong. In fact, the universal currency when they take even aside say euros or for Europe now USD dollars.
Okay, fine. I don't know about that. Okay, I want you, my analyst, to tell me for million pounds how much they sell. Let's know now.
Why this pound matter really concern you?
No, it not be like that. At least let's know say na million pounds now. Some people they don't know the dollar. They want for pounds. No verse. About the people know.
Okay, now to cover the currency.
That's to convert and simple now.
Okay.
All right, we'll convert it and let you know. Let me take another one real quick. Don't worry. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon,
welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon to Baba Femi Raji.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Kingsley.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. What I want to say is this, I've worked with Stephen on a few occasions, and I discovered that the guy is more or less very aggressive in his approach, and I think that approach may not really favor him in this area because that may lead him to be having a series of injuries. So I think he should be more technical instead of being more aggressive. Technical in the sense that he should know when to position himself, how to hold the ball and pass the ball, and how to finish and all that. So I think that will help him to achieve maybe 20 or above 20 goals in a season. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. All right, let's move on. So there's an estimate of some 74 million pounds sterling. That's the pounds that has the surname, pound sterling. Okay, so let's move on. We'll take more of the calls. And remember, John, like I talked about, Osimhen, he has to go into that mix. He's young. If you take a look at the top 5 goal scorers in the Serie A this season, perhaps the average age is 30. Ciro Immobile, 30. Cristiano Ronaldo, 35. Romelu Lukaku, 27. You have João Pedro, who was 28. You know, this what's his name? Atalanta scorer, Zapata, is 29. Osimhen is 21. And he'll be thrown into the mix of these guys that have been swimming in these waters. You understand? So it's a tough call. That is, if this guy gets 18 goals in all competitions, good start for him.
Good one.
Yes, a bright start for him.
Okay. All right, let me just swing in one call, only one, and then we will, move on right here on Football Live. Move on to the next talking point. Yes, make I take this one real quick as we get on board. Hello, welcome.
Hello, my name is Stephen.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I wish Australia to do well. I score up to 23 goals with 40
Okay, 23 for all season, all competitions.
in Serie A only.
Oh, only Serie A. 23.
Yeah. Yeah, 23.
23 goals. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very.
Yes, so well done, boss.
We hear you. Thank you very much. All right, yes. Another thing about I want to ask is this Victor Osimhen, you know, looking at competing, getting in the mix with some of these guys right here. Ronaldo, Ciro Immobile, of course. I know that's not the number one target, but to compete with some of these guys. Victor Osimhen, you know, they score past 1 goal. You think that's something he also has to deliberately?
No, he doesn't. Like I said, he will have to compete with himself first. He won't be looking at the stats where I just told you the experience these guys, the top 5 in the Serie A have. The person that will win the golden shoe in the whole of Europe this season is in the Serie A. It's from the Serie A. So you can already imagine how heavy, weighty it is. And then now there's a buzz again on the sign-off. This is the first big signing in the transfer window that we've seen as smashed records. And that's a black man, an African man. You understand? Okay, one man said I should call pounds. 74 million pounds. That's $96 million. That's 45 billion naira.
88 million thereabout euros.
Yeah, and that is the man called Victor Osimhen. So you can imagine the weight of expectations right there. I don't think he has to compete. Think of AC Ronaldo. And like I said, those guys they're already in the fashion box already. Osimhen just enter boutique. You understand? He just enter the boutique. He won't pick any kind of jeans. He won't kind of top. He won't kind of whether now Giuseppe single pick or Buscemi. He never know yet, or the kind of what. Yeah, he won't look at what they have already. He has to make a statement. The top scorer for Napoli in the Serie A this season is Munich, 11 goals. 11 goals. Mertens comes second with 9 goals. 2 of them combined, now still 20 goals. You can imagine, Osimhen, they are not young guys. Osimhen is coming into the mix now. One, he will need his teammates to help him settle. Just Mertens said, or Scooter was saying he will help Osimhen settle. That's very good. If he gets one to help him settle, play to his strength. And Osimhen too should know he's got teammates. Someone talked about being aggressive. You need to be aggressive. Osimhen is a clinical finisher. He's good. He can still get better, but he's good in his finishing. So being aggressive is part of the game. It's good. It helps you. being aggressive is part of the game, but you can channel some of his weaknesses to become strengths. That's what you need to do. And I believe that it's also a project in Napoli. So he knows, you understand? It's it's a project on a project. Definitely, they will hit the right chord, and Napoli should get into the top 4 come next season. Not because of Osimhen alone, but because now they have more options in attack to get goals while they seal up the back.
Okay. All right, yes, finally wrapping up this one. Obando Nazi says, right now I'm still trying to understand the pattern of Napoli, but if they actually want him to shine, they should be able to feed him very well. That one will be easy. If they feel the strikers like Arsenal or Liverpool, then Osimhen definitely go bang in the goals. Otherwise, now hustle, if not, there you go, hustle tire for his own goals, which could be difficult. But any which way, say God go help him. All right, thank you very much. Olashewo Olawumi says, for me, I'm not expecting anything more than wishing him the very best, and of course, injury. Stay free from injury. All right, sport fans, yes, Football Live right here on top the frequency of champion like this and this, as we power strong, taking you closer to the action. We'll go get you, yes, to news, 17 news. When we come back, we'll be moving on to the next talking point right here on top Football Live, and of course, giving you the information, yes, until waiting to happen. The build up, of course, don't forget the big one later on, the finale, right there. Juventus will have their hands on their Kokoli, and not forgetting the push for the golden shoe, right here, golden boots. He already is in the hands of Cyril Immobile. Who knows how the team can turn last? Who knows? I have one kind of feeling, but of course, in the course of the show, we'll also talk about that right here on Football Live. Sport fans, to the frequency of champion, still the home of the fans.
Football Live. Football Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Willow FM has gone beyond one league. Football Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Willow FM has gone beyond one league. Football Live.
Be part of the biggest football package on radio. Football Live on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Send your comments now to our Facebook fan page, Sports Radio Brilla FM.
Our Twitter handle at Brilla FM 889
with the hashtag Football Live, or email footballlive@brillafm.net. Hurry now, send your comments and be heard.
Football Live. Football Live. Football Live.
Brilla FM, what others wish they were. Brilla FM, a complete deal.
Here are your latest Arsenal headlines. I'm Aidan Perkins. Boss Mikel Arteta has been speaking at his press conference ahead of the FA Cup final on Saturday, when Arsenal play London rivals Chelsea at Wembley. Ahead of the game, Arteta was asked why he thinks Chelsea might be favourites for the final. He said, I don't know, it's a final. The only aim, the only focus and all our energy is going to be on winning the trophy. It doesn't matter where we start. Two big clubs playing each other. Chelsea are in a really good moment, he said. They've come back so far this season where they are playing a really good level, but we are going to go for it, Arteta said. Arteta admits that he is hoping to pick up a trophy in his first season in charge of the club. He said, it generates the trust when you win a title. It generates moments when together you go through good emotions, and at the end it brings everybody together, he said, and you have good memories. It's about winning, and winning a trophy that is so positive for any club, and when you're in a process, obviously that makes it even more important. We have a great opportunity, he said, so we must go for it. Arteta, meanwhile, has also been asked about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's future, as speculation continues that he could leave the club this summer. Arteta was specifically asked if he thought this final could be Aubameyang's last game in an Arsenal shirt, and he said, no, I don't have that fear. You need a lot of ingredients on the table to persuade a player of his level to be at this football club, but don't forget that he still has a contract here with us. We wanted to keep him and do it in a more long-term way, but at the moment he's with us, and I think he should be really proud of where he is as well. Elsewhere, ahead or away from the FA Cup final, news on the transfer front. Reports in the Daily Mail says that midfielder Mesut Ozil wants to stay now at Arsenal this summer, and his agent has said that the former German international is keen to see out his contract at the Emirates Stadium. After all, despite being out of favour at times this season and also looking likely to leave. Meanwhile, midfielder Ainsley Maitland-Niles has emerged as a target of Brighton. That's according to some reports. Finally, Willian remains a target of Arsenal as well. He could, of course, come up against the Gunners in the Cup final on Saturday, but his future at Chelsea remains uncertain, and Arsenal have been long linked with the Brazilian. Several other clubs keen on him, including apparently Barcelona and David Beckham's new MLS club, Inter Miami. That's all for now. We'll have more later.
Rila FM, a complete deal.
Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. It is still Football Live. This fine Saturday, Korean like this, as we day on the matter. Yes, taking you through the actions right here, and we definitely, as we did like this, yes, I want to talk about the FA Cup. But before we do that, real quick, let me just have you update all the way from the Scottish Premiership, where BC, yes, they say Leo Balogun is turning the heads of the fans right there. Yes, as Leon Balogun, Joe Aribo, of course, the day for the starting 11 with Rangers, who are one goal up against Aberdeen right there. The first game of the Scottish Premiership, it all resumed. 41 minutes of action, don't come and go already, and it is Rangers up ahead with a goal in that game. And I remember, yes, the top striker earlier talked about Joe Aribo, yes, in the course of looking at Nigeria, and yes, Leon Balogun.
God keep Joe Aribo.
And Leon Balogun, of course, even himself, he did there too. They show himself, and words coming in all the way for Scotland. They say somehow, I don't know how, but they say Balogun is the new Messi. Yes, that's a tag really for Leon Balogun. They say get the way they dance for inside the game right there, and he's looking like a striker. Yes, but then
the ginger is the ginger. See, when your eyes are seeing, you know when he made that move, I asked, I said, you know, before it was like 2-3 weeks ago, I said if Balogun were to move,
2-3 weeks ago,
yes, that he should go for the likes. He said it himself. He said it's the Premier League. He talked about it. He returned to getting to play games and then to normal in the Championship. At times, you know the kind of waters you should swim. You understand? Championship to the Scottish Premiership, just like for like, you will get playing time. Do well, you understand? And they will win things. That will help his confidence. The effect of that will be, he will stabilize the national team. However, that might compromise us in terms of the kind of quality we want, because we will have that belief that we still have a Balogun that complemented the Oyibo wall. You understand? That might give us a false perception about that. You understand? Whereas we should be thinking of a Balogun as someone that could enrich the bench. And we already have a substitute, someone that will complement the wall in the centre back. I'm not trying to preempt what the coach will be doing. We're trying to imagine that scenario. But good for him, good for Leon Balogun, wonderful one. If there's a way to fight back, this is it. And getting to play games and playing for Rangers, you have a guy that did well as a player, and right now as a coach, and then you're doing well, winning and leading Aberdeen away from home. You know, at some point it was, when you talk about Scottish League, you're talking about Rangers and Celtic. the only team that two horse race most times. Well, it's a good one for them. We expect to see more. We expect to see more of Leon Balogun getting to play more games, and indeed injury. Now the story we know one here. You understand?
Yeah.
That's just the key thing.
Okay. All right. Yes. Just to chip in that one, as we take a look at some of the games where we say they go down across Europe. Yes, Scotland, they don't start their work while some leagues are looking to end their own today. Yes, everybody like this now just they play their own game. Of course, just to give you update as well, Genk, they play their friendly game. Yes, they've been very busy playing games back to back, preparing for their whole season as well when go resume really soon. Yes, and it is Genk against Lens Ratijia, and it is 1 goal in favor of Genk in that game. 47 minutes, 9 on day on top the matter. Ratijia, of course, not forget Genk gets Stephen Ode, and of course Cyril Desas, Paul Onwa True. Yes, they're full for inside Genk Ratijia, and they're operating this afternoon on a very, very high frequency.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, John?
I'm saying.
No, you don't see what I'm saying.
I can see the green, white, green everywhere now. Like, the flag is flying.
No. I'm telling you, go hard. The only thing that can stop these boys is if you don't have a good coach. Oh, no.
Anyway, for that...
I feel like, say, I should not be the coach. Just give me the honor of just assembly. Man...
They arrange the squad. Cyril Desas once again. Yes, he is the one who scored the goal anyway.
If you Stevie no Dede, Simi Wako, Henry Nyekuru, Anthony Wakeme, Kyle Diolari Waj. Man, Nigeria can feel the level strikers in the team.
Even the ones that are still thinking to join themselves, their mind now. 11
attack-minded players.
Ready to come to play. For the Super Eagles.
They should even try it. Let's see if countries can present 2 teams in qualifiers. Team A and B of Nigeria will qualify for World Cup.
Alright, yes, because players plenty. Alright, well, let's bring it back, of course, and talk about the FA Cup final. Yes, I know the fans, Arsenal fans won't put their mouths. Chelsea fans, they cannot wait for referee to test the whistle last. But anyways, just a matter of time before that one will go down. I want to look about who will make a difference. What player, yes, right now, when we say don't test the water for 2 sides. When you talk about playing in the FA Cup, he himself don't play for the FA Cup and with Chelsea, and now we do with Arsenal right there. David Luiz don't do in front of the media, it don't do in the lips of the fans. The whole way we say don't fire, of course, they don't cause a tire. But any which way, the fans seem to be a little bit settled, maybe. I don't know how, but going into the game against Chelsea later today, Frank Lampard don't put mouth for the matter small, because when he was asked the question, like, when you see Luiz, you see him as a weakness. Yes, a part where we say that he used to actually beat Arsenal, and Lampard was like, no, when you see Luiz, rather, you see, remember the days. Well, that's why I say they're not too collab, they're not too share well. They had a little bit of issues here and there while, they were playing, and also when he came in as the coach, remember saying as Lampard show, that David Luiz cut out, for inside the Chelsea and Arsenal drama. Any which way, for Lampard, he they said those one water gone under the bridge is a good, going into the game today, not be Luiz they play. He's coming to play Arsenal, yes, and he's not going to use Luiz as a weak link. But then, rating Luiz with Arsenal, David Luiz, now one player where we say before that game against Manchester City, I remember very well when Pep Guardiola actually, said Luiz, now actually one guy where we say just they criticize, players make mistake. Mikel Arteta also said the same thing, and for that game, the semi-final win against Manchester City, who were the FA Cup defending champions, where Arsenal shocked everybody to beat Manchester City 2-0. David Luiz was among only three players in that team. Despite the win, I got a rating of 8. And David Luiz, I'm not sure say I don't rate him. 8 since he come Arsenal before, but against Manchester City that game he was actually rated 8. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who scored the goals, also got rated 8 as well. And then we're looking at the game today. I want to hear from you, the fans out there, looking at the history when Luis get with Lampard, with Chelsea, and now the history also has with Arsenal, both the good and the bad history. Yes, getting into that game today, do you think David Luiz will be the difference? Will he be the difference in tonight's FA Cup final? You can let me know which kind of difference will he be. Will it be a positive difference or negative difference? Yes, because you never know which Luiz will turn up anyway. Yes, but then it's a big one. Chelsea, Arsenal for the FA Cup final. And Chelsea, Lampard, Sioma, forget to. That will not concern us whether Arsenal they find Europe. Then they find Europe, and that's not our business. We're not here to do sacrifice. But we also want to win the FA Cup. I mean, Arsenal have done it over and over again. So Lampard too, one whole trophy, one whole Coca-Cola for a first season. Now too not bad. Your CV is at stake. Yes. So as it is right now, Arsenal or Chelsea are not looking to do Arsenal any favors. And I'm asking David Luiz whether you feel saying be will be the difference in the game today. Will he really play that big role? Yes, between Arsenal and Chelsea later today, where the FA Cup will go underway. Remember, like I said earlier, a little bit of defensive issues for Mikel Arteta, and we hear he really has a little bit of selection headache in terms of that defense against Chelsea today. Chelsea look good. I mean, all their players they bounce. Apart from the goalkeeping, which I don't think Lampard has issues as well with William Caballero, and I think Chelsea are really confident for this one. But Arsenal, yes, Mikel Arteta already complaining of selection headache inside build up to that game. Anyway, I have Shagun as well joining on Football Live. Yes. So I'll also hear Matt for this one before I go to the phone lines. Remember to tweet at Brilla FM 889. The difference, first off, will David Luiz really be making? Will it be the difference really in this game? Arsenal Chelsea. Shagun.
Jude.
All right, Jude. Yes, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be on the show. If you look at David Luiz, if David Luiz that turned up for Arsenal against Man City in the semi-final of the FA Cup turns up for Arsenal later tonight, then we should be expecting the best of David Luiz. Maybe it was David Luiz that turned up in the second leg against Man City where Arsenal are not feeling him, then Arsenal should be in for a calamitous ride from David Luiz. But Luiz, no doubt, is a very good defender. He's a good player on his day. So, and he has come to become one of the leaders in the Arsenal team. And this is a cup final. He wouldn't want to mess things up as it is. He would also want to win a trophy, for Arsenal. He has won trophies with Chelsea. Yes. He would also want to do that at Arsenal. He played against his former side. He would want to get one over Chelsea as well. So I would expect David Luiz to be calm in this game. I would expect him to be the best, to bring out the best in him, and then also be able to coordinate the defense, just like the way he did against Man City in the semi-final. He was one that was able to he was able to marshal that defense. He brought out the best in the likes of Kieran Tierney and Shkodran Mustafi, because they were like a Trojan horse. They played like they have been playing together all their lives. So I'm expecting that from David Luiz tonight. But if he decides to want to become the calamity David Luiz, it will be a problem for Arsenal. But I don't think he would want to do that. This is like the biggest stage of the season for Arsenal.
But even if he turns out to be the disaster Luiz, the upside down Luiz, if somehow they're not the planner, if it just happen, will that really make a difference? Really?
Yes, if you look at Arsenal's games this season with David Luiz, all the games David Luiz has had a bad game. Arsenal tend to either lose or draw those games. Okay. So it will be a very big one for Luiz and Arsenal tonight. Arteta will be looking forward to David Luiz having a good game, because his good games also give Arsenal victories as well. Because the days David Luiz turns up good, the Arsenal defense seems to look very formidable. You understand? Unlike when he has bad days, it usually becomes calamitous, not just for him, but for the entire defense as a whole and the team as a whole. So I just hope tonight David Luiz brings up his A game tonight.
So you're hoping. You're sounding like an Arsenal fan. All right, so fans, 0700000088. Now make we hear you. Do you think Luiz will be that? Will David Luiz be the difference in this game? Will he be the difference? Yes. Until whether good or bad, or will he really be the difference? Is it all about Luiz? Yes, going into this game, or somebody? Yes, could just whether Luiz or not. The game will still go on, and of course, surely it will, with making the difference. The FA Cup final, this one from Lapad want to do it. Yes, debut season, getting into the FA Cup, also winning it. Some have done it before, yes, and he wants to follow in that footstep as well. Let's take this call. Hello, welcome.
Hi, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Uche.
Your name is?
Yes.
Uche. All right, Uche. Yes, something up with your line, Uche. Try to get us back. Remember also to tweet at BrillaFM889. Use the hashtag when you tweet hashtag football live. Yes, use that and get through to us right here on the show as we go on. All right, let's take this one again. Hello, welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is
Your name is?
Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah, we are talking about.
Samuel, your line they break. Oh.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Samuel.
I see we are talking about about the game to come out doing.
Samuel, maybe try to get us back. Yes, network, no, they let you land. Okay, try to get us back. Try again. Yes, Samuel, we're there for you. There's still football live on the frequency of champion. When you look at managers, yes, from Chelsea's Cowboy, we say, don't win the FA Cup in their first season. Then you start talking about the like of Gus Hindig, DM, and Frank Lampard, of course, was one of the guys who also helped him win that one while he was with Chelsea. Of course, doing things right there. Even a certain Carlo Ancelotti also doing it as well. Well, sport fans, let's go on. Let me know what David Luiz, do you think he will make the difference? Will he be the difference? Yes, in the game between Arsenal and Chelsea later this evening. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. On the line.
Vic.
Gideon.
Okay, Gideon.
Yeah.
Gideon, go ahead. We hear you. Make your contribution.
Yeah. About Chelsea, about my Hello.
I'm here. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, I believe Chelsea. Arsenal will win Chelsea by 2 goals to 0.
But that's not the question. The question is David Luiz. Will he be the one? Will he make a difference in the game today? Yes. That's the question we look at right here on. And Arsenal will win. Did you just say Arsenal will win the game?
Yes.
Red card.
After the goal, after the red card.
Oh, so you now say with one man down. I don't even understand you, Seth. Are you? How can you? I'm not sure you are putting money on this game. If not, you cannot be saying the kind of thing you are saying. David Luiz should take red card, and what will happen? So, what do you think after once you lose a player? If you like score how many goals, you think you're safe? It could go wrong anyway. Yes, for fans, let's take another one real quick. Hello, welcome. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, not ready for me. Moving on. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, this is Marvin.
Okay, Marvin, good to have you on board.
It's like I hear one of the analysts,
Jude.
He's saying that if the Luiz should come, not against Chelsea. Because we already killed them at Banku. Now we are going to bury them at Wembley.
But then you had a player who was at the other side now, so.
Luis is as good as giving it to Chelsea because I know that he will cost a penalty or an own goal.
You think so?
What
Are you sure? I mean, it did not cause a penalty. It did not cause home goal against Manchester City.
I want to play now. Own goal for the Luis.
My brother, advise you don't go.
I'll put 1K inside.
Use that 1K dash somebody, please. All right, yes, the top striker, David Luiz, and the game later on. Of course, looking at, do you think David Luiz, if you say that ain't gonna make the difference for this game today? Because someone that already they tag him as the weak link in Arsenal. To Frank Lampard, no Grisha. But do you think it'll make a difference?
Well,
it
depends. All you can just do is a way of inspiring confidence in the players. What the Arsenal team may be lacking will be confidence facing the Chelsea team, and David Luiz being on the other side of the river. I might just tell them, okay, shrimp day, lobster day, na mackerel in this swim. You understand? I can just let them know one or two things. However, Arsenal could fall a victim of their own confidence if inspired by David Luiz. He's got his own excesses. His own excesses are basically been his undoing professionally as a footballer. Excesses not because he wants such to happen, but because David Luiz is the kind of player that exerts pressure in a game. Yeah, he comes under pressure and then he gets swallowed, drowned in the pressure. It doesn't mean, don't take away his qualities. It doesn't take away his qualities or his attributes. Wonderful player that can drive a team any day, anytime. However, at times your strength can be your undoing. Your strength can be your Achilles heels, and that could be David Luiz. But it depends on how the game pans out today. There are a lot of things at stake in today's game. This is Arsenal's only route to Europe next season. And this is Chelsea's wonderful way, or Lampard's wonderful way to announce himself to Chelsea fans that, see, you will celebrate with us. Well, in my first season as gaffer of this team, I've brought you the FA Cup. How did Mourinho announce himself at Chelsea? Carling Cup. Carling Cup. There are some things, there are little things you just do, and then it gets into you like, wow. Before then, Carling Cup na Palasa Cup. You understand? Then Carling Cup. It was Mourinho made them new cup na cup. Cup na cup, plastic, ceramic, stainless steel. Yes, even then, all those Wenger then, they were. But when Mourinho came, he made them realize, guys, don't let them tell you this is Palasa Cup, na trophy. You understand? So, and that's the same thing that will happen here. The FA Cup is a prestigious trophy, the oldest. Arsenal will want, Arteta will want to be the one to win it for the 21st time. But Frank Lampard also wants to make a statement to tell the fans that, hey guys, you are not here, but I'm here to get it for you. And tell you guys next season will be better. We've gotten to the Champions League. And next season, we want to also let you know that we are defending champions of the FA Cup. So a lot at stake here, a lot. It's going to be a big game. But one thing you must note here, if peradventure the team that gets to score first will not win today's game, the team that gets to score first will not win today's game.
That's for the tickets, guys.
That's just it. So it means, guys, your in-play will count today.
Does that?
Once go and do in-play.
So does that include?
If Chelsea scores first, Chelsea will not win. Just get ready with your in-play.
Okay.
Just enter.
So what if nobody scores?
I'll join. What
if, because me I see 0-0.
No, when I checked, I did. I predicted half-time, full-time, XX. Wow. Half-time draw, full-time draw.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, that was what. But I'm just saying, again, another option. You score first, you lose the game. That's what's gonna go. That's the way we'll go down. That's it.
Okay.
You're not fun now. Now just 5:30.
5:30 now.
8-2-1. No.
Yeah, I see I see a draw, a full-time draw.
2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Arsenal. Then you meet Chelsea scores first.
Okay, anyway. Well, 0700000889. This one right here, John Isaac says, for Chelsea and Arsenal game, I see Chelsea 3-1 in favor of Chelsea for you. Okay, thank you very much. Obande Onazi says, different, Louise. Okay. Not sure I understand that one. No, thank you anyway, Obande, for that one. Sule Unisa says, I would definitely backing Arsenal for this one. I'm a Man United fan who Arsenal should win. Van Dorn says David Luiz will surely have a negative effect on Arsenal's game, except that they consult David when killed the real Goliath. Okay, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Baba, you cannot do two things. You cannot be hunting for ram meat and then be calling now. Ariwo Airport, the noise is plenty there. What's your name? It's noisy. Sorry, Baba, move away from.
Just secure your plate and call us back.
Secure your ram meat. Get better flesh, oh.
By this time, flesh never finish.
No. So I just lottery to get. Hey, see you now, John. What are you talking?
No, not by this time. Morning badge don't finish. Before afternoon badge go done.
Nah, like see you.
Now bone day now.
He didn't go to the right place. Miss you.
Well, let's move.
Yeah, some places now one they carry all arms.
Welcome. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. All right, now ready for me as well. Make check out what the fans they talk right on top of the social media platform. Remember to tweet at Brilla FM 889. Also, yes, for Facebook or Sports Radio at Brilla FM. David Luiz will be the one to make the difference in the game today. Yes, Lapa say he no be weak link. Oh, yes, he is one great guy. And remember when we tell the runner before for Chelsea. Anyway, Candy says he will score goal safe. I see David Luiz scoring a goal. Yes, Austin Charlie said I think he will be the difference because he has played with Chelsea before. And so he should know the tactics and sometimes though sometimes he makes mistakes. Mazi says Luiz has a way of gifting Chelsea advantage since he left Stamford Bridge. Probably he's a secret agent. Who knows? Simon says David Luiz will give Chelsea a penalty or an own goal as Evans gave against the Leicester City the Leicester Man U game. Robert Samosi says David Luiz playing with Chelsea today. Ateta, hey, don't let he should not make the starting 11. It's going to be 12 versus 10. All right. Deba says all right, Loso Sopra Excel says the difference between David Luiz, the difference David Luiz can make is to give Chelsea a penalty. Well, that is all I see. He will be the man of the moment. King Maka says I remember his performance against PSG against Chelsea and how he celebrated while winning this one. Chelsea will win. Okay, he will make Chelsea cry tonight. Dana from Honor Best. Kunde Samuel says Luiz will always remain Luiz. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon.
My name is Gospel.
Welcome, Gospel.
Baba, I
hail you too, Baba.
But I beg you, this your position. I'm here. I'm not just understand that. I will talk to you. Let's go first.
We'll lose the match.
What do you say to come first and then go on to score your 3 goals?
No.
No.
They can score 3 goals. Even if they score 3 goals, it means Arsenal is scoring 4.
No, it's not from that way.
More wait till the end of the game now. It's 5-30 kicks. No wahala. My brother, no wahala. After the game now, there are 2 things now. Either you come say boo or you come hail me.
I will call you back. That's me. I will call you back. Have a nice day.
All right, so 507-00000889. Remember, that is the number to make your contribution. We're still on the Arsenal Chelsea game, the FA Cup final. Real quick, Honorable Victor Ekechukwu says the only difference I see Luis on his part is that he's going to make so many errors. Jude Chineza says David Luiz will make the difference today. He will be the most active player in Arsenal today. I don't know, really, making those errors.
Yes, he should not be the most active. That is where the problem lies. Like I told you, see, David Luiz takes on responsibilities, and that's why at times he becomes a victim of such moves. It takes on the game, and once you take on that responsibility, you're at times you're bound to make certain mistakes. You understand, which will be as it could be devastating, and that's it. But again, you also need the complement of other guys there. David Luiz is a hugely, highly experienced player. Any team today, if he leaves us now, some top teams will still be looking for David Luiz.
Of course.
In Italy, they are still looking for David Luiz. In the Premier League, they will still be looking for David Luiz. There are some top 6 teams in Spain that will gladly open their arms to welcome David Luiz. So leave the little flaws that you've observed about him. That's some experience there that can still serve. That's some vintage arrived there that can still serve you some 2-3 years, 2-3 seasons before the engine starts smoking.
Full smoke. Hello, welcome. No need for location, just name. Go on.
I think the only thing the believe is going to give these people is just to either commit penalty or score a goal. It must do calamity because if you remember first leg,
most of these guys are Chelsea guys. I feel bad and hurt.
He gonna shock you.
He will not shock us because I believe what I'm saying. First leg, you give the same calamity, we score goal. We was there when we score, we win them 2-1.
This is FA Cup final. Forget first leg, forget second leg. Now, FA Cup final be this.
Hello, last season, when Manchester City beat us 6-0, when we go Carabao Cup final with them, they don't say no demand. So, Arsenal said we hear this night.
All right then. Yes, thank you very much. So David Luiz, anyway, the fans continue. Prince Olamileko on Facebook said David Luiz should be very careful in today's match because he always loves to prove a point when playing against Chelsea, but sometimes end up doing some costly mistake. And this one from Achuko Christopher says yes, he will make a difference. I see him scoring an own goal. Chiedu Olaleko says I hope he doesn't come back and hunt Team Chelsea. He's always focused when it comes to final games. Jude Chinaza says David Luiz will make the difference today. He will be the most active player. Okay, Jenna Thompson said David Luiz will be frustrated with the likes of Willian and Pulisic as well as Giroud. They will finish work. Anderson Carlos says Arsenal all the way. Though Luiz, I think he will make a difference, but it might just be a negative one. I don't know really. Okay, thank you for that as well. As Chukwuifai says David Luiz has done it against Liverpool, Manchester City and Aston Villa. He will do better. We shall watch his great performance. Right then, and just wrapping up this one, Olatunji Kazim says if anyone will be extra motivated for this game, it is David Luiz, and Chelsea targeting him as a weak link will be disastrous for them. I hope and pray for Frank Lampard to win the game. Okay, thank you as well for that one. Okay, yes, let me just take this call. Hello, welcome.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Samuel.
Samuel, Leona.
I'm a Chelsea fan. You see, the people have forgotten what Luis has done in the past, and it's bad. You see, Luis is a very key player. Like Bawai said, that guy is a very fantastic player. Look apart. So the guy, in fact, it's really trouble I'm seeing. He's going to beat Chelsea. That's the only thing I'm seeing. That he's going to beat Chelsea in trouble. So if you don't mind, but I will tell you anyway.
Okay. All right, yes, he sees David Luiz making a difference, so Otto say go give Chelsea problem in that game later today. On Twitter, we got some heat right there. Let me quickly just take one or two of them before we move on. Yes, talk about the FA Cup final countdown to that game later on 5:30 right here on Sports Radio. Take one Real Life, and don't forget we'll give you all the update. Also, wait till the move. You go hear him right here. Collins, Okoro Collins, 11 says David Luiz might look like the weak link, but I think he will be able to take the challenge and come out victorious. Arsenal, like Chelsea, Chelsea have a shaky defense, so no worries. All right. Isaac Imado J says, I don't think he will be the difference. So the difference will be the manager's tactics and the attackers' prowess. Colina Drizzy says, for me, I believe he will be the difference into 9th FA Cup final. Yes, difference or not. Yes, we'll wait to see what will happen with the scoreline. All right, sport fans, we, of course, will be moving on right now. But before we do that, let me just update you on some of the games when they're on. Still on Football Live. Yes, the friendly game between Genk and Lens now 1-1, 76 minutes in that game. And of course, for the Scottish Premiership action, that game, Aberdeen still 0, Rangers 1, 58 minutes on top the clock for that game. All right, sport fans, just giving you the update of waiting to happen for inside some of the centers right there for Inside Europe. Still on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. It is Football Live. I'll be back after this. All right, yes, Sport Fans, Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, still the frequency of champion and still the home of the fans. Well, Football Live, as we still day on right here, let us tell you about what team we're going to talk on next. Even as we count down to that one, we already give you some team news about Arsenal and, of course, Chelsea going into the game. Willy Caballero, yes, says, look like the guy will be able to start the game. And though he has words for Kepa and Rizabalaga, so maybe the guy hold on to his chest, but the guy just hold on. Is going to turn out well last for Kepa. That's the words from the player, or rather the goalie, who is preferred ahead for Chelsea's goalkeeping arrangement later today against Arsenal. Meanwhile, ahead of the games later today for inside the Serie A, where they will take wrap up things for the season. Well, let me tell you right now that Antonio Conte, of course, is one player. Or rather, one coach will be say like this now in the belief say Inter Milan they really will be able to push and get themselves that slot ahead of Atalanta. Not for anything, not be say Kokoli deal, but at least maybe know say that them here Juve pass for inside that one. It's going to be a big one. Yes, for Atalanta and Inter Milan later on. We also hear that for the Juventus game, yes, Juventus definitely looking to stretch body again and stretch body again and make it happen right here. Yes, in terms of finishing well, if at all. Yes, not losing, at least maybe their last game, maybe their finish well, and that is the message from Sarri ahead of their last game later on today. All right, sport fans, but then of course, as we move on right here on Football Live, still taking you through a talking point. We want to talk about the Serie A and looking into next season. Yes. A lot of juice day for inside the Serie A next season. A lot of Nigerian players day for inside the Serie A next season. We still have William Troost-Ekong right there. When you take a look at the defense, just to mention but a few of them. Yes, coming up right now to hold their side. Simi Wakwa is the latest guy, yes, to show for the Serie A right there with Crotone. But then they're calling him from different corner. Lazio, they call him. Even the same team, will be say William Troost-Ekong be run business right now with Udinese. Of course, they also call her now. Udinese make it come play with them. But anyway, Crotone, for now, they turn down offers. Yes, because who wants to lose their star boy? Especially when you're coming to fight for the Serie A. You're coming at least, if not to anything, shall not return to the Serie B. That is what Crotone really will be pushing for. But then, Simi Wakwa right there with Crotone, he was very, very influential. In fact, he played a big role to see, of course, Crotone got back in the Serie A, scoring 21 in total. Yes, no big joke at all for Simi Wakwa right here. But then, with Lazio calling, with Udinese right there, same teams in the Serie A also calling, and the club side saying no, we no go listen to any offers for our star boy. Now their star boy, like it or not, and I'm asking this afternoon right here on Football Life, yes, what you make of this? What do you think? Simi Wakwa, as he stand like this, moving into the Serie A next season, do you think he should stick with the team that he has helped, don't push the Serie A, or should he jump ship push for a move maybe to a Lazio or Udinese. Yes, and stay at a team that looks settled already. I mean, these Serie A teams getting the promotion, you don't know what could happen next. You just be going down where you came from. I don't know, top striker, what you think of this?
Yeah, sorry, Joe. We'll talk about that, but just quick one.
Okay, sure.
Say about the FA Cup. Today, I think Arsenal should be able to give Nwankwo Kanu a wonderful gift. It's his birthday today.
Yeah.
Indeed, they just have to give him that special gift. And one man who at Arsenal won 2 FA Cup titles. Later with Portsmouth, still 1-1 with Portsmouth. So, and clocking adding a year today, another year today. He'll be 44 this year, and he's 44. And then Arsenal fails to give him that title. And then give Papilo FA Cup for Arsenal. We hope to get him on board, indeed, get to talk about the joy of winning the FA Cup. Once again, happy birthday, Nwankwo Kanu Papilo. I'll bring this special message from the Chairman CEO Bila Media and also our board members talking about management staff of Sports Radio Bila. Thanks for everything you did for us, and thanks for the smiles you put on Arsenal fans' faces. Because these days, joy no day again.
Joy don't finish, but it's coming back.
Yes. All right, so that I just said I should chip that in because on a special day like this today, at least Arteta try. No, also I woke up with Papilo. That's just it. Okay, John.
All right, yes, of course. I'm back to the one concerning the Serie A, Simi Nwankwo, and what he should do at this point in time, making a decision. Though the club say they're not sure, say they decide.
That's because Udinese came, and you won't want to go to Udinese. If I were to advise Simi Nwankwo, Simi Nwankwo took a decision to go down. He had offers to still stay in the Serie A. The season Crotone went down from the Serie A. However, he went down with Crotone. That affected his national team chances. It's time to reap the benefits. I do expect Crotone to go down the way they did that last time. They must have learned their lessons. However, I expect Simi Nwankwo to still stay there. He won't get to play regularly. He's already their talisman. Simi Nwankwo is what's this Watford boy?
Troy
Deeney. He's a Troy Deeney of Crotone now at the Mo. You understand? So he's expected to just stay their talisman. They want to hold on to him because you got 20 goals in the Serie B. You scored more goals than the top marksman of the winners of the league, Benevento. There's a statement there. There's a big statement. People in Zaghi, that's the coach of Benevento, will want to fortify his team. But I don't think we want to make a marquee signing as getting a big name striker. You understand? So at that point, it has to do with who? With Simi Nwankwo showing again there that he has what it takes. He's got what it takes. You understand? To still get the goals. It will be counterproductive. It will be. I think it will be a personal undoing for Simi to leave Crotone now. After this season, the next season, the new season, he can now leave Crotone and then get into another team. Any team that wants to buy now is doing that because we just need a backup. If the deal to Lazio goes through, unless Immobile cripple, even on wheelchair, that guy see if he give 12 goals in the Serie A on wheelchair, so unless he cripple. So I think for Simi should stay at Crotone. Crotone will campaigning in the Serie A. He will get a couple of goals, decent goals. He will score goals for Simi Nwankwo, and he's been in the Serie A now, normal terrain there. He will score goals right there. And then the basic thing now is just to, he already knows the terrain, just to build on his own confidence level again, and he gets the right supplies. Stay at Crotone. If I had a chance, 60 seconds with did I say 60? 10 seconds with Simi now.
stay here.
Yeah, I don't even move.
Yes, of course, I get to hear from Jude as well, if he feels the same way, because they say the calls are coming in now. A new hot guy is in town. Not forgetting Victor Osimhen, another hot guy, hot guys right there in the Italian Serie A. Hot guys.
Super Eagles, hot
guys. Let me take this one over to the line. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, welcome.
So when you look at the ball between Chelsea and Arsenal,
we've moved on from the FA Cup final. Of course, we'll still talk about it, but right now we're talking about Simi Wankwo. Yes, that's what
I know. Chelsea now final FA Cup.
Okay. All right, don't worry. Yes, we'll get to talk about that earlier. We talked about that, looking at David Luiz, particularly at David Luiz. We'll still talk about, I know you want to make your predictions and all. We'll still do that. Of course, we'll get closer to the game. But right now, we're touching all the places with a look the Serie A now. Particularly, yes, a Nigerian Super Eagles striker, Simon Simi Wankwo. Yes, Simon Simi. Yes, he is right there in the Serie A again. With Crotone, he don't come back. But now, I mean, just like hot cake, everybody wants a piece of it. Udinese say has been turned down. Lazio, they say they call for back. They never even reach yet. But we hear Lazio are looking in that direction. They're on their lens now, and they're zooming in really on Simi Wankwo right here. Jude, do you think he should abandon ship and maybe play football somewhere else, or just maintain with Crotone?
Well, I would say he should still stick with Crotone, because if you look at, if he wants to leave Crotone, he is definitely going to a bigger team than Crotone. He has been with this team for a couple of seasons now. He has it's called the goals that has brought them back to this year. And I think it's just logical for him to just remain with them for at least one more season. And because the players he is still going to play with are players he has been playing with, for some time. So he knows the team, and the team knows him. Rather than going to a bigger team that it is not guaranteed for him, the kind of impact he will make in that team. Like a team like Lazio now, it is not sure that he can never, there's no way he will venture Immobile, because he would either be an understudy to Immobile, or he may be played as a support striker. That is, if the coach decides to play him alongside Immobile. Or if he goes to Udinese have a couple of strikers there too. You have the Stefano Kaka, you have the other guy, his name escapes my mind now. But with Coutinho, let him see build himself. He has proven to be a good goal scorer. He knows how to find the back of the net. He's a very good he's a very good goal poacher. Yeah. So let him just build himself, at least for this season. He was with them when they went down to the CRB, and he's coming back with them. Let him just continue to build that confidence. Let him, sell himself more. Let him bring himself to the limelight more and show the Serie team that yes, I am here to stay. Rather than just jumping ship now and now going to be a supporting cast. Now that he is the main actor in the Crotone team, I think it's just better for him to just take one more season. You understand? He has already cemented his place as a top striker for Crotone. Let him continue in that strike, and eventually, if the goals keep coming in this new Serie season, then we'll see where it goes from there, and probably by the end of next season, he can start building of a bigger team.
Okay, yes, 20 goals, and talking about scoring those same goals, if to say he scored 20 goals, if it was in the Serie A, maybe it would be right there as the 5th top scorer for inside, looking at the top scorers chart for the Serie A this season, but then it was in Serie B and finishing top, scoring 20 goals. Hello, welcome, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Kunle.
Kunle Oyana.
Yeah, this me guy, any guy just do what he do. Even go another club for now. On a bench, make him just build his career for them, make him get regular playing time. As the guy enters the year already now, he will play well. By next season, the guy fish, he do around, so my own contribution.
All right, thank you very much for that one. Stay with Crotone. Yes, forget all those ones we call that distract us. All right, 0700000889 are still the numbers. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Uyana, Udayan.
This is Marvin again.
Marvin, all right, go on.
I'm assuming
Yes.
that guy is the first to turn down the fire.
Why
And
would
it's a good
turn it down?
It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one for Nigeria. No, I'm happy. But
Okay, yeah.
yes, to create a competition in the Super Eagles, and I think I don't expect him to leave that club. Which is going to leave, let him not leave cheaply.
Okay.
Let us see that he left the club on the high transfer fee. That's the club that is going to pick him to take him. So that's one thing he continue doing. The changing club without the fee going high. He has played at least about 2 or 3 Italian clubs. You can right.
Well, of course, he's with this is his first in time.
So I expect him to
He began with
stay at
2016.
Make him stay for Koto and continue his consistency and continue being consistent.
Okay.
That helped me a lot.
Okay. Stay with Kurturi. Yes, I remain consistent. Thank you very much, Marvin, for that one. Let's quickly squeeze in some more. Hello. Afternoon.
Baba.
Yeah. Wow.
Angel.
August Saga, I trust you.
You don't call me Angel.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't worry.
I'm a demon.
Michael or so, or Gabriel.
No,
don't worry.
Every Gabriel.
Angel,
Angel top news.
I do. Worry to you two guys. Yeah, this is Gina Peter Modi.
And you Thaddeus.
Yeah, see me. Well, that guy is great, and I thank God that he's playing in Italy. You know, you said something that I really appreciate when you spoke about Italian league. You know, they have one of the most toughest league when you talk about injury-prone league. If you can remember the days of Abedi Pele, we remember most of the teams he always advertised for us. It's how to buy ointment for our leg. I don't want to mention them. If you can remember those days,
let me give you the advice. I use Vegabomb before and after each match and training session.
Thank you for that. I don't want to. You know, don't say it for always. We always watch them as the Italian cracker. Their league are so tough, and you find the strikers and midfielders are always prone to injury, except you are technical fit and you are strong. You have to have a very good, strong bone before you succeed in Italy. Well, I thank God that most of our players are doing well there. That shows that physically and their physiques are very sound, which I really appreciate. So I pray you should continue his league there and stay on with the team he's still with. Let him finish his course because the future is brighter than what we see now. I just like when we talk about Osimhen the other time, look at what happened to him. He moved somewhere and he made it, and he's coming to one of the toughest leagues. That's why people have to be patient. They say the patient dog eat the fastest bone. So he should relax himself and keep up. Use one more season with them. The next season we see. I know the Premiership always they are watching Nigerian strikers these days because they are marvelous. They are the best in the world as of now. And they are all young with that younger age. So he should just relax himself. And the door is open for Nigerian strikers. Even Africa as a whole. But now we have somebody Osimhen who's #1 in Africa today. And I pray himself will follow up. He will do better than him. So thank you very much, my.
All right.
So John, we're talking about Simi Nwako here. 4 good seasons with the team.
Yeah.
Already Yeah, no be Rottweiler na bingo already. Now old dog. Now old dog. And you know, when the new season starts, when you want to talk about Simi as a commentator, you will always reference or make reference to the fact that he finished top scorer in the Serie B.
Yeah.
Which is good. Simi will be hoping to shine this season. Just one spectacular season will increase his market value. Currently, Simi is around 3 million euros. He's worth around 3 million euros. Will boost his market value and could leave Crotone for around, let's say, 7.5 to 10 million euros, which is what he wants to play for. You understand? I don't think he will go lower than this current value, 3 million euros. So he just needs a spectacular season. He's a proven scorer that he will get you goals. He will get Crotone goals. Simi in the Serie A this coming season will get minimum 10-11 goals for Crotone in the Serie A, confirmed. As in confirmed, well, he will. With the experience of the Serie B and the experience he's had in the Serie A before merging it, mistakes he made even when they went down, he would have known how to adjust. He's a direct 9. You see Simi, you're not even talking about, there are some direct 9s, you look at them, Simi will be a direct 9, but you still see some flair the way he moves. Simi is a Fabrizio Ravanelli. I don't know if you know a striker called Ravanelli, one Italian striker that year. Is a Fabrizio Ravanelli, straight jacketed. Now maybe this, now supposed to be this. Yes, people inside here, right there, just there. The aggression is there. Aerial duels, wonderful. When they have set pieces, when it comes to corner kicks, wonderful. You find him there. Good, also clinical as well. Maybe sluggish. Which may be a little bit of a doing, but good team player. Passes well. Connects well with his teammates. Maybe sluggish on the ball. You understand? But against the Serie A, his way Serie A is wired. He will average 10 goals. So we will get 10 goals. If he scores less than 10 goals, then no. He will get 10, 12 goals this season.
Okay. All right. Yes, that would definitely be better than how it was before. Yes, the last time in the Serie A. Yes, we be safe at all. Things did not go well. You heard like the top striker score. Last time in the Serie A, he got 7 goals with his team.
Can imagine.
So coming back now, don't get 14. He has been improving from 7 goals to 14 goals in the Serie B, and then 20 goals.
So you can imagine.
He go the Adam, so he's getting old and getting wiser.
See, this is Simi. This is post. No, trust me, he won't drift left or right for you. This is Simi, this is post. That's my goals.
You'd be like, you just gotta do your coaching.
No, coaching
badge.
You don't know what's in my.
Alright, yes, on Twitter, I have this from Colino Drizzy. Says, for me, I believe he should push for a move. And Easy Slim Shade Vic says, Simi should stick with Crotone now. They are promoted to Serie A. He has a lot to contribute to his team and in order to remain in the top flight football. So he should play there and see that they remain in the Serie A. That would be a better way for him to make his mark. Alright, now thank you very much, yes, for your contributions on the fans page. Let me check out what the fans are saying as well on Facebook real quick as we are still on Football Live. Remember, it's in a Sports Radio Brilla FM. That's now where you need to make your contribution. Still right here on the show. We're talking about Simi Wankwo and the decision will be say go good for him to take as he be say now, yes, they call his name for town right there for Italy, singing his name and of course trying to get the attention. Well, I couldn't see. And David says movement from club to another is not the problem, but playing time. He should stick to a team that can give him more games. Rock Silva says when you train with experience and good players, you're also building yourself to be good like them. I advise him to push for a move. All right, Emmanuel Sunday said it's better for him to stay behind though. When the right time comes, he should move. It is advisable to have regular playing time than staying on a bench. Amos says Crotone is the best decision for now. He needs playing time, which only Crotone can give him. Chima says let him stick to where he is. Yes, it's better that way. Ezechukwu Ifeanyi says Simi should make a move. to Lazio to upgrade his playing career and better his future. Yes, this will be important for him. Yes, Benedict said Lazio seem to be a good prospect, although it depends on what really they are offering. If not, he can stay in Secretariat there and play football with his team. Well, sport fans are actually on the frequency of champions, still the home of the fans as it comes out. It happened around the round leather game. Yes, as it go down right there, just to let you know, we're still monitoring actions for the Scottish Premiership. It is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1, and it don't reach 82 minutes for that game. It looks like this one is going to be a tough first game, of course, of the Scottish Premiership season. First game back. Meanwhile, of course, it finished for Genk as well in their friendly game against Lens as well. We'll give you updates how that game to end. Still on the frequency of champion. But first off, let's go for this one. We'll get back. Of course, Lille are also in action. Of course, starting live without Victor Osimhen as they play against Anderlecht, and Standard Liège as well against Reims for inside the friendly games all around Europe. We'll be back after this. Football Live is still continue on the frequency of champions.
Football Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league. Football Live.
Be part of the biggest football package on radio. Football Live and Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Send your comments now to our Facebook fan page, Sports Radio Brilla FM.
Our Twitter handle at Brilla FM 889
with the hashtag Football Live or email footballlive@brillafm.net. Hurry now, send your comments and be heard.
Football Live, Football Live, Football Live.
Brilla FM, what others wish they were. Brilla FM, a complete deal.
Here are the latest Paris Saint-Germain headlines. I'm Bobby Jackson. PSG completed a domestic treble as they beat Lyon 6-5 on penalties to lift the French League Cup on Friday, with the match ending in a goalless stalemate after regular and extra time. Second half substitute Pablo Sarabia scored PSG's final penalty in the shootout after goalkeeper Keylor Navas had saved Bertrand Traore's spot kick to give the Ligue 1 champions and French Cup winners their 9th League Cup trophy. It was the last roar for the competition, which was founded in 1995 as the French Professional Football League decided in September to scrap it as part of next season until further notice. The French Professional Football League had failed to secure a broadcaster for the 2020 to 2024 period, but reserved the right to relaunch the competition in the future. Moving on, PSG boss Thomas Tuchel has conceded that Kylian Mbappe is unlikely to be fit for the Champions League quarter-final showdown with Atalanta. The forward suffered a nasty-looking ankle injury in PSG's Coupe de France final victory over St Etienne and was forced to depart after only 33 minutes last Friday. PSG and Atalanta will lock horns in the last 8 of the Champions League on August 12th, and Tuchel is not optimistic about Mbappe's chances of recovering in time. Tuchel said, "This will have an important influence on us, but I hope that the solution will be found. We still hope he can play against Atalanta, but the chances will be very, very small. Every day counts to achieve a miracle, but tomorrow we will have to adapt without Kylian." And finally, Sarabia has said that PSG would grow in confidence for their upcoming Champions League mission after sealing another clean sweep of French football. Sarabia, who scored the decisive penalty on Friday night, said it was an especially difficult game, but it's true that we won 4 titles this season. It was important to give a good impression and show good rhythm before the Champions League. This win will give us confidence. There's a great confidence in the team. Now we want to make sure we're physically ready for the game against Atalanta. That's all for now. We'll have more later.
Brilla FM, a complete deal.
Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league. Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, still the frequency of champion, the home of the fans right here, and we are still power and strong, taking you closer to the action right here to wait to the play across the world of football, where a lot of activities, yes, they go down right here. Of course, the Africa Cup final, the big one, the countdown is still there on right here on Sports Radio Brilla FM. Just put your mind for ground. We definitely will give you all the updates on that game live right there from Wembley. Of course, we'll connect to the UK studios, yes, and get connected and give you the update for that one. Meanwhile, let me just update you, say for Scotland, yeah, it all red for Aberdeen, yes. Also say they are one man down, yes, they don't collect red card if at all. 88 minutes in that game, and it's still Rangers ahead, one condo for that one. All right, still going on top of the matter right here in the frequency of champions, and we'll be looking at Paris Saint-Germain and the work we said do last night. It took them a while, played 90 minutes, nothing happened, went on extra time, and then penalties, of course, and that's they actually won that one on penalties 6-5 to complete a treble win. In fact, the set of 36 trophy when they are available right there in the French league. PSG, they've been able to pack 26 of that trophy so far since they started the run show, since the management took over right there at Paris Saint-Germain. They have been doing so well for themselves, winning and banging in. Yes, since 2011, in 9 years, they've won 25 years of 36 domestic trophies around France there, winning a treble, yes, once again. Like say nobody did, only Paris Saint-Germain waka come for there, and fourth domestic treble in 6 years. Paris Saint-Germain are looking for a quadruple, yes, just to make things may end well, a good ending perhaps, but then can they do it? Paris Saint-Germain, they have Atalanta to play in their quarterfinal game, of course, in the Champions League, and that's one night, just 11 days to go. That game will go down. Do you think Paris Saint-Germain can add the Champions League to their cabinets this season? Is it possible? Do you think they can actually push for the quadruple? Yes, 2 trophies in a week. Setetier collects, Lyon collects, then that is domestic trophies. We're not talking about things when they happen. This is Europe now. The Champions League for Paris Saint-Germain. Do you think their quadruple push? Yes, they'll be able to get it. Of course, not forgetting Kylian Mbappe might not be available. Might not be available. Though he was jumping okay. He looked like somebody went normal that yesterday. Of course, while celebrating with his teammates after they win the Coupe de la Ligue right there. But then, I don't know what the topmost striker thinks about this one. Paris Saint-Germain, a quadruple. See quadruple. They've had a lot of time to rest since the French league was called off, and since coming back, they played 2 cup finals, won both, and now they're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Atalanta. Not forgetting, after Atalanta, there will be semi-finals and then the final. But can they win the Champions League this season?
John, that's a tough call.
Yeah, it's tough.
Even with my clairvoyance, you go hard.
You know, Clay. Your clairvoyance is not Clay. It's clairvoyance.
No, it's going to be a tough one for PSG to claim this. Atalanta is not. They are not pushovers.
Yeah, they're not.
You understand? They will get goals. It will be a tough nut. And talking about the Champions League, you still have other teams to contend with right there. You understand? You still have the big guns there. Even when PSG had Zlatan, a powerful team, a solid squad then, could not win the Champions League. I don't think it's now. PSG will not win. They will not get the quadruple. PSG will not win the Champions League. Not because they don't have the quality it takes to win the Champions League, but because there are a lot of other hurdles. The traditionals are there to still get it. But first, let them start with this hurdle. Scale the Atalanta hurdle first. Atalanta, they score goals. John, I say goals. They score goals. Even they've been a surprise package. One of the surprise packages in the Champions League this term. They score goals, and they also they still want to make a statement, and they're still keeping on with that goal scoring form. Once they can find a way of smashing PSG like 3-0 in the first leg of this game, and then there's going to be a huge problem for PSG. I don't think PSG gets in this. Even if we scale this hurdle, PSG, the bus stop will be the semi-final.
Okay. Wow. Alright, then Sport fans, make we hear from you as well. Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, PSG, and the work we did for their front. Can they actually have the quadruple? Yes. Can they get it? Right now, they're on a treble level. I mean, yes. What do you think about this? Hello, welcome.
3/4 no be bad score. That's 75%.
But no balance. No balance. 4/4 sweet past 3/4. Perfect score.
This life safe no balance.
After all,
with this life balance.
You never the balance is for them. They at least let them have. I mean, they've got the time to rest. Well, while others have been busy, fatigue was setting. But then, I mean, look at Atalanta. They'll play game tomorrow, and then start getting ready for their game. Well, they have about 10 days to prepare for that one against PSG. Okay. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, welcome on board.
Hello, this is Obina Williams.
Obina Williams, so how would they hear you?
I'm talking about the PSG Atlanta. I think PSG will win. Because Atlanta, they concede a lot of goals. I don't see them getting over PSG.
But then what happens after? Because you beat Atlanta, not mean say you don't win Champions League.
When they meet Bayern, they will not destroy each other. But I think them at least final.
Win the Champions League. Now the question be down one.
No, it's not possible. Champions League is Man City.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I mean, if you say it's for Man City, PSG 2, it can be for PSG 2. I mean, why not?
if they scale the Atalanta hurdle, they will meet Atletico Madrid in front. And Atletico will see off Leipzig. They will meet Atletico Madrid. So it's still plenty.
Work day. I say work day. Work day. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you?
I do all right too.
This match where you can talk of, you see, surprise can happen.
That's so.
Because surprise they happen sometimes. You go think say this club not go fit beat, this club not go fit beat. Me I be Madrid, but anything can happen.
Okay.
You see, football sometimes not be 2 times 2, not be 2 plus 2. Sometimes something they call luck. And if the luck they shine like this, it go make the person, it go be like goalkeeper with and the thought say make me shine. You understand? For olden days, we go to say, that ball now make me shine. So that is how I see PSG. If they can scale Atletico for semi-final,
okay.
Anything can happen for final.
So you will see yourself, okay, you don't see say they don't beat Atalanta and then it's Atletico because they still have Atalanta.
You know, if I tell you say they go beat Atalanta alone, you go talk say not be Atalanta because they listen and they follow you.
I know, but
when that guy they talk say they go beat Atalanta, you say they go win the cup. Now me a kuku can't tell you, they cannot waste anything. Tell you say they go beat Atletico. You see? Without Mbappe, then we beat Atletico. You see? Okay. So, but for that final, now everybody's clear. You see, 50-50.
That one I never clear yet. Okay. I hear you. I said that one I never clear yet. No wahala.
Okay. Make we the way to. It just remain 10 days. Make us see our life.
Yes, sir.
All thriller.
Thank you very much.
All thriller. Number 1.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, for that one. And you heard the road, the pathway, where beside PSG there actually is a clear one. Atalanta, of course, now be their first work to do. 12th August, they got that work done, and then they start looking at the next stage. What will remain for them now? I will do their front, RB Leipzig, Atletico, whoever comes, and then and the final, whoever they meet there, who will it be? Now forget, I say Neymar. Still be one guy will be say be the highest scoring Brazilian in the Champions League history. Well, there might be no Mbappe, but then there is a Neymar. Hello, welcome. 0700000889. Still looking at it, and that is where we are on the matter. Okay, as we go on right here on the frequency of champion, continue to hit us up on Twitter as well at Brilla FM 889 at Brilla FM 889. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome, Joseph.
This really matter for Champions League. It's a long way to go. See, during the time was like a movie. They tried. They couldn't get it work. I don't know that I don't go to make it. So they should try hard. They can win if they really want. They have to try their possible best. So that's all we say. Thank you.
Okay. All right. They just have to try their best, believing. I hear you. All the matter the ground. Yes, in terms of getting the Champions League. Let me get this one. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I'm on the line.
Okay.
PSG. It will be very difficult for them to win that Champions League. The Atlanta said they don't win Atlanta. Atlanta said they score goal like idiots.
It will be difficult, but is it impossible? That quadruple, so is it an impossible one? May they forget them?
Team see they could play. Okay, but the fact is that they can't win 4 cups and 4 trophies in a season. It's not possible. Champions League will be chance play. So maybe they just forget it out. Maybe just forget that one.
Okay, may they forget that one. Be like say big pass them. But then, as they talk, so nothing impossible. Looking at the path to the Champions League, the work where we say PSG get. Well, they're one of the teams where we say good thing. They're already in the quarterfinal. They already know who they play. It's straightforward, yes, for them until the final. But that quadruple, which really they don't push for, can they get it? I mean, they've completed the treble already. Now it's time to win some European trophy. Can they get one? Hello?
Hello? Good morning.
Yes, good afternoon.
This is Joseph.
Joseph, where you not talk to me?
PSG made them forget that Champions League. They're not going to even feel win them. Once battle still there ahead of them, they're not going to feel win them. Let them forget them.
I like the way you call them battle. They say battles.
Let them go prepare for next season.
So, all right, thank you. Next season, maybe. Who knows how that will be, whether they talk next season or not. This season never finished for them, so they actually could still do something. Looking at the road, walkway day for their front right there. Champions League football, of course, 12 August, they first of all will play Atalanta. Do you think they can get a quadruple? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Obina, okay?
I will do them there. I don't know if that thing is there. Well, the thing is that I think for what do you call them? The French, I mean the PSG now.
Yeah.
I don't think they could get that and play their hand on the Champions League to make it quadruple. Because they couldn't have a mental blow now. How can they win the almighty Champions League when their star man, Kylian Mbappe, is currently injured? It's even a major doubt against, in their next match, as against Atlanta now.
Yeah.
And they will even have to overturn some goal deficits for them to qualify to the next one. So I can tell you that I don't think they could make it quadruple. Besides, they're not even so good in Champions League. They will always dominate their league. But coming to Champions League, it's always been a particular stage. They will just exit. I think the highest or the farthest they have gone was quarterfinals. They have always get eliminated from it. So I don't think they could make it. Honestly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, see the road. Jude, yes. Looking at PSG, a quadruple. Yes. Many fans know see I'm happening. I don't know if it's clear for you as well. As it's a concern, the road for PSG, if they can do it.
Well, it will be quite difficult for them. It's not impossible, but it will be difficult. If you look at PSG, their last 2 games they played this week, they don't really look sharp. Putting in consideration that the French League was ended, it has ended. PSG has not really been playing competitive football for a while now, and they don't really look that sharp. You know, again, they labor to a 1-0 win over Saint-Etienne. They played the draw just yesterday for the one of penalties. So the PSG, they are still just trying to get back to grips, you know, with football. Their players have had a very long way. And starting with Atalanta, now Atalanta will not be an easy not to crack for them. Atalanta has been playing competitive football. Atalanta has been meant to play for them at the moment. They are scoring goals for fun. Not taking the fact that PSG can still defeat Atalanta, but going all the way to lifting the Champions League will be a very, very tough ask for them. Because hopefully Kylian Mbappe will join the team maybe if they qualify in the latter stages of the Champions League. But as at now, the shape of the team, you know, nobody can say the state of how the players, how sharp, how much fit these players are, you know, compared to their counterparts who have been playing competitive football, maybe except the likes of Bayern Munich, who also, you know, had finished their season earlier. You understand? But other teams, they've been playing active football. You understand? So it will be a very, very difficult one for PSG. And then looking at their history in the Europe, they've not really been that popular in the Europe. They've been local champions for a long time. But coming to Europe, it's been a very Herculean task for them. And so, with the shape of how the team is at the moment, it will be quite difficult. But like I said, it's not impossible. But from my personal opinion, I don't think they can win the cup of this season. They are not among my favorites to win the Champions League this season. So, except they do something out of the ordinary and go on the way, we can love them and congratulate them for winning the Champions League. But with what I've seen on ground, I don't think PSG can go on the way because they don't have that much fitness, not that much sharpness yet. You understand? Compared to other teams that are still in the Champions League. And I can't even say if this squad also have that mentality, you know, to go all the way in Europe at the moment. And assuming the season was not cut short, I mean they were still playing, I could maybe have an idea of how.
So basically, you feel said they are not playing regularly actually affect them. But it has not affected them in their games so far.
Look at the game.
I mean, look at Atlanta. They're already looking like a team that are tired. They're gassed out as well.
They have momentum with them. Atalanta said,
so you know the Champions League, you go find your momentum now.
PSG they are game against Saint-Etienne now. They struggle. PSG struggle to beat Saint-Etienne 1-0. CSD game, so they still struggle. So is this the form they want to take to Europe? If they carry this guy from Europe, they will beat them from what? Atalanta, not the look face. You understand? So that is just how it is. I just hope maybe they will just bring up their form out of nowhere against Atalanta. Maybe I feel they will progress against Atalanta, but beyond the quarterfinal, who they will face in the semi-final will determine how far they will make it to the final. Because me personally, I don't think PSG will win the championship.
Alright then, okay, yes, so let's go over back to the social media platform. Let's take one or two contributions before we move things. Yes, forward, more talking points. Still there on top of the matter. Hello, welcome. Hello, good afternoon. All right, not ready for us. Try to reach us back again on the Facebook fans page. Yes, we still get some of the contributions when they come in right there, and we'll take them for those watching us live. Remember that you can leave us with your comment and contribution. And Ikere Collins says, for me, it's going to be tough for PSG to have the Champions League to their cabinet. Igor had them well. All right, well, definitely, he had them. Let me say, they're not feeling on the show. If he had, but who knows really what could happen. Of course, I'm still on Facebook, still taking some of this ones right here, talking about PSG and the Champions League. What it did for them. Izuchuku Sama says, if I hear now who that a day like this, Real Madrid will win this one. Okay, Prince Simon says it will be difficult for them, especially with Mbappe being absent for now. Yes, they never say he absent forever. They have just said it's going to be hard really for him to get back against Atlanta. Who knows really if he could push through maybe semi-final comeback or final comeback. Who knows? Emmanuel Sunday said Champions League is hard with the likes of Man City, Atlanta and CR7 Juventus all looking forward to the Champions League. Well, let us watch and see. Zacchaeus Bala says Atlanta are very dangerous. These guys can score goals now as the Serie A title race is over. Their targets now to the Champions League. They're ready to face any team whatsoever. Still on Facebook, Excel Sunny says the last time PSG reached semi-final, they never. He said they never bought me. Okay, good to know, Sunny. He said let them reach that semi-final first. From there, now go no. All right. Ifedaya Shei says to be candid, Atlanta is in a good form, and I won't be surprised if they actually beat out PSG. Awatayo Shego says you can only invest where you plant. So right now it's a capital no. PSG and Champions League, they're not in the same league. Austin Charlie says I think PSG can win it only if they work hard over their tough teams. Also Benedict Wambuzo still on Facebook says I wish they do for the sake of French football at least let Paris Saint-Germain win the Champions League. Maluda Jr. says since they are still in the list of the competitors, I will not say never because anything can happen. Okay, Collins said PSG cannot win it without Mbappe. Atlanta will actually beat them. Babatunde Gloria still on Facebook says he says when it comes to Champions League, PSG they know they join. Let them continue to harvest domestic crops and forget about the Champions League. European football maybe for them. Here's a Chukify says yes, they can add the Champions League to their trophy this season only if they take it serious. They really need to win the Champions League. Meanwhile, Jude Chinaza says they're not fit to do so. Atlanta will surprise them. Maximilian Chukudi says there is no fun in Farmers League, and so basically it go hard for PSG to do anything right here. What's more fans watching on the frequency of champion? Yes, taking a look at this as we go on. Taking you through the action and of course taking you through the talking points when we get right here. Just to update you real quick that those games, yes, we saw some games earlier on. The Scottish Premier League, the very first game, that's one you don't come and go, and of course it finished with Aberdeen 1 man down, but that's one you no count for anything as Rangers would already do their work way before the red card came in, and it was Rangers, yes, who actually closed shop on that one. Yes, getting all the 3 points. Joe Aribo, yes, the Nigerian player was in that game. Leo Balogo, of course, also played the game right there with Rangers, of course, getting all the necessary 3 points from their first game. Well, sport fans still on Football Live. We'll go for smart chicken in break. Yes, another one. As we get back, we will also give you a next talking point. We're going to take a look, yes, at the Serie A. It's the final day today and tomorrow. Juventus are champions. Some teams are struggling and trying to avoid relegation. Torino, yes, they're safe really. Yes, though 39 points, but they're safe from that one. Talking about Ola Aino's team right there for inside the Serie A. What's for fans? After this, we'll get to talk about the Serie A and especially the one we consigned the Golden Boot race. Ciro Immobile, yes, who keeps scoring, and then we have this game today. Juventus, of course, will play today. Ronaldo, 31 goals, 0-35. We'll be right back to talk about that one. Still Football Live right here on top the frequency of champions.
Football Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brillo FM has gone beyond one league. How many do you want?
Prila FM, what others wish they were. Prila FM, a complete deal.
Here are the latest Chelsea headlines. I'm Bobby Jackson. We'll start with some team news ahead of today's FA Cup final when Chelsea take on London rivals Arsenal, a 5:30 kick-off at Wembley. Influential Chelsea pair N'Golo Kante and Willian are both in the squad after injuries. However, Ruben Loftus-Cheek sustained a minor injury in training on Thursday and has been ruled out. Moving on, and boss Frank Lampard has his first opportunity to win major silverware as a manager. He won plenty of trophies during his playing days, but this is his first opportunity since stepping into the dugout, taking charge of Chelsea, of course, at the start of this season. He's backed winger Willian to produce another fantastic performance in the final game before the Brazilian's deal runs out. He said, "He's been fantastic for us. He's been fantastic this season. He's shown the right attitude, so I would expect nothing less than he's shown already, and that's Willian for you." Finally, Chelsea youngster Conor Gallagher has reportedly emerged as a transfer target for several clubs in the Bundesliga. The 20-year-old has just concluded an outstanding season in the Championship, contributing 6 goals and 8 assists during spells at Charlton and Swansea. The playmaker will not be short of offers ahead of next season, potentially from Premier League sides, as the academy graduate looks to take the next step in his development. However, according to reports, Gallagher will be provided with the opportunity to play in Germany's top flight. Schalke, Mainz and Arminia Bielefeld are all said to be keen on the young Englishman, who's highly regarded by boss Lampard. Given the influx of attacking talent at Stamford Bridge, Lampard is expected to be happy for Gallagher to go back out on loan, providing that he extends his current deal past 2022. That's all for now. We'll have more later.
Prila FM, a complete deal.
Live, our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league. Football Line.
Be part of the biggest football package on radio. Football Live and Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Send your comments now to our Facebook fan page, Sports Radio Brilla FM.
Our Twitter handle at Brilla FM 889
with the hashtag Football Live or email footballlive@brillafm.net. Hurry now, send your comments and be heard.
Football Line. Football Line. Football Line.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Yes, Football Live is still there right here on top your frequency of champions, and still taking a look, yes, at the one we visit happen around football. Yes, as we tell you, looking at the Serie A. The first game, of course, we're there for the matter today for Isada Serie A. It will actually be at 5 p.m. City con San Brescia and Sampdoria, AC Milan, Cagliari, Atalanta, Inter, and Juventus against AS Roma, Napoli, Lazio. Those are the games we're there for the pipeline. We take a look at what they play for Isada Serie A. Of course, tomorrow they got to play the remaining games. Well, then for things when concern the top 4, how it goes shape. Well, today you can say that Atalanta and Inter game is a very tough one, and of course not forgetting Juventus as well, trying to finish. Maybe they shall finish well. Also high day, they have been pushing, but if at all, maybe they shall finish well. For many, they really don't rate this Juve. That's why I say they still carry the Serie A, but this is their season, so can't let too fully inside. Well, of course, Juve has lost 6 games, drawn 5, and will be finishing the season, yes, with maybe 86 points if they win their game. Yes, if they win, because you can say for their last 5 games for Juventus, the drama is plenty, of course. 2 wins, 2 losses, and of course a draw. They lost their last game to Cagliari. Who knows what could happen today? Roma too, their eye they shook as well. Roma, well, they have really nothing. They can't enter the top 4, but if they win their game now, they know say that number 5, they roll and wear now with better prestige. Who knows if Roma can do that against Juventus? But win or lose today, Juventus are going to be crowned champions of the Serie A. Talking about the second and third place finish, Atalanta and Inter Milan. Of course, Atalanta gets 78 points and Inter Milan gets 79 points rather from 37 games. So far, their last 5 games, they never lose. They play so well. Today, of course, when we talk about relegation, Spal Brescia are down. The last spot, whether Lecce somehow, yes, if he escaped that one, well, we'll find out, of course, work no day for them until tomorrow, as well as Genoa. So relegation fight not till tomorrow. The only thing we say day for today is, of course, the top 4 and the Golden Boot. Now, for some, they say the Golden Boot is already for Ciro. Ciro has it. Yes, forget about Ronaldo. Ronaldo can make it happen. Juventus, AS Roma. Of course, that game is going to be a tough one. And who says Ciro Immobile? Yes, will not score again. That was still day up. Ciro Immobile can actually equal or break Gonzalo Higuain's record for the most Serie A goal in a season. Currently, Higuain, they hold that one with 36 goals. So today, if Ciro score one join, he don't become that same 36 when Higuain be get. And then, of course, if he scores 2, maybe, like we have seen that he can shoot past 1 sometimes, yes. And he's been doing it most recently, though it was shaky, of course, when they restart the Serie A. But you can say Immobile is back and is firing strong. So Sportfans, looking at Football Live right now, looking at the Serie A, we can also talk about Inter and Atalanta. Who you think will finish in that second spot? Do you think Inter can beat Atalanta? All Atalanta needs is actually a win, really, to get that second position, while for Inter, they don't mind if they get a draw. It's good enough for them to actually stay in that second position. Atalanta, of course, have been winning 1-1, 1-0, 2-1. You know, the goals be like I say, they don't dry them up, or maybe they reserve some for the Champions League. Who knows? All right, yes, I still have the guys with me right here on top of Football Live in the studio. We'll talk about this one. You, the fans, as well. Please put your voice on it. Do you think that Ciro, do you see him actually breaking Gonzalo Higuain's record? Currently, he is the leading scorer in Europe, leading scorer in the Serie A. But then, one more thing there we need to break. Do you see him breaking that record, the Gonzalo Higuain's record for most goals scored in Serie A season? 36 goals. Now Higuain run the show. Yes, do you think Ciro, yes, can do it today? Also, do you see Ronaldo, you know, turning up somehow, some way? You know, for those who believe in miracle and believe in, you know, you never know, anything can happen. Do you think that is impossible for Ronaldo to somehow get himself back into this Golden Boot race, or it is over and over completely? Yes, when you talk about the Golden Boot race. What bands? Now that one with the reason right here, of course, I still have Jude and Ovo, of course, he joined us as well. Uche rather joins us right here on the show. Okay? So I'll hear from them, and then we will go to phone lines. Remember, 0700000889. Facebook, Sports Radio Brilla FM. Twitter, @BrillaFM889. I'll take that again. 0700000889. 00889 on the phone lines. And on Twitter at Brilla FM 889. Facebook is Sports Radio Brilla FM. So hit us up with your contribution. Use the hashtag Football Live. Yes, let me start up with Jude, and we'll also hear from Uche.
Well, if Cristiano Ronaldo is dreaming of winning the top scorer award in the Serie A, I think he should just drop that dream aside and then just focus on maybe getting 1 or 2 goals today, because Ciro Immobile is looking at 2 teams now. He is the top scorer in Europe this season already. Now, and he will also be looking to break Gonzalo Higuain's record. So, Lazio is playing in Napoli side that has nothing to play for again. Napoli cannot finish above 7th. So, and they are short of the European place already. So, I think it will be an easy one for Lazio. Looking at how goals have come in Serie A this season, there have been lots of penalty goals in the Serie A. So Immobile just needs to maybe get 1 goal from open play and hope for another penalty, because he has scored lots of over 12 penalties already this season, 14 penalties this season.
So basically you see him breaking Higuain's record.
I see him breaking Higuain's record, and just extending his goal tally for this season. He's on 35 already. Yes. Maybe who knows, he could even get an hat-trick today. And then, just make sure he just wants to hold that record for himself. I'm sure he has fought off the competition from Ronaldo already. So Ronaldo is not in the female at all. Ronaldo is not. It's just between him and Higuain's record now. Okay. So and then Lazio are riding high too, and Lazio would also apart from the goals also. Lazio cannot finish.
Lazio are done.
Yeah. They can also finish second, I mean. They are level of points with Atalanta on 78 points. So they can also finish. So that should be another incentive as well. But on a personal note for Immobile, I think the top scorer award is done for him. It's just for him to go on and break Higuain's record, which I see him doing today.
All right, yes. I don't know whether, Uche, you get any... if you still feel Ronaldo is in the action somehow, or do you think Ciro can actually get the Gonzalo Higuain's record, break it, set a new one?
I think the goalie votes for this Serie A is done and dusted. Ciro Immobile has shown class, has shown his own scoring goals for Lazio. He has scored 4. He has scored in his 4 last matches for Lazio. He has scored 6 in his last 4 matches for Lazio. He's giving Ronaldo a big competition. He's telling Ronaldo this goalie would have not even good. I'm not trading it for anyone. Because at the time Ronaldo surpassed him with the goal and made sure he scored to equal Ronaldo, and he has shown that I think his teammates has also played a part for him. They've been able to supply him good passes and make sure even if they're not winning the league, let their player win the Golden Boots prize. So I think Immobile, I think one thing that also got Immobile into this 35 goals is the rules in the Serie A, the rules that claims that any handball in the 18-yard box is a penalty, because he has scored 14 penalties in the Serie A this season. That's massive. That's massive in the season. So I think the only thing Immobile will be chasing right now is to equal and surpass Gonzalo Higuain's record of all-time Serie A goals scored in a season. It's 35, Higuain scored 36, so they'll be looking forward to scoring 2 goals against Napoli today, and it's going to be a tough one, because if Lazio win, they have a dream to finish second, because they'll be hoping for Inter to play a draw with Atalanta. But I think the Lazio players, the Lazio team, they know top 4 is already setting. Champions League football is setting for them next season, so the only thing is just to try and push their forward to break the record and rewrite the history and put Immobile's name in that history of all-time goals scored in a season. But for the Golden Boot, I think Immobile got that, and for the European Golden Boot, it's Immobile.
All right then, yes. So we have the fans joining us on the phone line as well. Whether they get objections, of course. Ronaldo don't do hat-trick this season. I mean, but then hat-trick not do this one, because even if he scores 4, who says Ciro would not score today, and then that increased the work of Ronaldo. But then who knows? There's nothing there impossible for football. Share is it. But then yes, who knows? Yes. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, talking about this topic, it's sealed because Ronaldo will not be playing today. It has been confirmed that they're resting for the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
He won't be playing today, so it's done and dusted. Immobile is the Golden Boot champion for Italy and Europe as well. So Ronaldo should just focus on next season. He has done well. I know he wants to get the record, the only player to win Golden Boot in England, Spain, and Italy. He can do it next season. He's a player you can never write off. So I wish him all the best for next season.
All right, thank you very much, yes, Sport Fan, for that one. Of course, skipped my mind somehow, but then looking at it for the Ronaldo's push, yes, no matter how he push, he would not be able to push himself into this one. Of course, not traveling, well, not being in the team, rather, yes, for Webisego welcome Roma is not involved in that one. Of course, it is for the AS Roma lineup, guys, Webisego, they arranged to come out for it. It is just going to be, yes, Alexandro, Danilo, Bonucci, Rugani, Demiral, yes, Wesley, Frabota, Matuidi, Rabiot, Bentancur, Muratore, yes, Cuadrado, Higuain, Bernardeschi, Olivieri, Veroni, and of course Zari Masia, yes. So Ronaldo, of course, not been available for that one. Matis Delete, as well as Marilyn Pjanic are all out for Juventus to face Roma later this evening, the final game for the Serie A. Yes. All right, but then as it is right now, with the night off for these guys, but then Juventus still need to do something. But then what about Ciro? Do you see him breaking the record? Yes. Do you see him breaking that record for Higuain? Yes. Samson Abiodun says, imagine CR7 with all the hype. Okay, but then not do bad now. Means that the one is not a bad goal record. Ayo Adekole says Ronaldo will not be included. Okay, yes, I've mentioned that earlier. Thank you. Yes, OG says. Okay, Scott Davis says, I'm a Ronaldo fan, but Ronaldo cannot catch up. True. Yes, he will not even be playing. And Denko says, Ciro will surpass that record, right, of Higuain. And Ezechiel Ifai also agrees that Ciro Immobile will break the record if he maintains his goal scoring form. Chinedu Okereke says, Ronaldo will just try again next season. So Ciro will, of course, do that. Excel Sunny says, I think Immobile can equal the Higuain's record. I wish him the very best. All right, Jeff says, okay, Victory also says Ciro actually will be able to break the record. Do you think Ciro Immobile will break the record of Gonzalo Higuain? Gonzalo Higuain has in total for inside the Serie A this season, he actually has, yes, 35. That's for Ciro now. But then Higuain actually created that record where we say Ciro fit break or equal is since 2015-2016 actually has 35 goals right there. Yes, 35 goals that now waiting Ciro get right now. Higuain actually had 36 in 2015-2016 season. I don't know if you see that happening. Do you see Ciro actually surpassing or equaling that Gonzalo Higuain record? Ronaldo, yes, is out of the picture entirely because he's been rested. Same for Dybala as well. Yes, Dybala is injured, not rested. Douglas Costa, Sami Khedira, and of course Matteo Siglo injured. Pjanic suspended. So that's basically the team news for the Juve and the AS Roma game. Let me see if I can take another call right here. Still on this one, talking about Ciro and the walkway day in front. Also the Inter and Atalanta game. Who do you see finishing second? Of course, Lazio somehow can still, yes, make it happen. So basically, who you see for that second position, third position, Lazio play against Napoli, and Napoli, another team, self will say they're not ready to lose games either. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, welcome. Good afternoon. Okay. Not ready for me. Try to get us back. Stay Football Live right here on the frequency of champions. 07 00 00 889. Yes, still on the Facebook fans page, taking some of the reaction. Also on Twitter, remember, hashtag Football Live. Yes, that now what you go use to hit us up with your contribution right here. Annie Sinkali says 0 for the goals or nothing, and nobody can even stop him. Yes, and he has all it takes to break the Serie A record. And Anthony says, I'm backing Immobile to actually score and break that record later today. And Michu says, 0 don't win the race already, it is over, but then can he break it? How many will he finish with? Will he end 35 as it is now, or do you see 36, 37? Ugo Jerry says okay, thank you. Yes, he's believing, but then like I said earlier, of course the team news from the Juve and AS Roma game is Ronaldo's push is ended. 31 goals, that's how Ronaldo finished the Serie A season, because we will play the final game later today. Ishiaka Adam says congratulations to Shiro, and Akere Collins says I see him breaking the record well and fine, but how many now? If you break them, yes, is it going to be 38? Yes, maybe. Is that how it will finish, or 37 maybe? Yes, Kayode says Shiro is good to go, and the records, who knows how that one will be. All right, thank you very much. Still on the frequency of champions right here, trying to take out some of the hits. Maybe take this call real quick. Hello, welcome.
Bill.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm not on radio. I just make comments.
What's your name?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Yes, you're on to Sports Radio Brilla FM. We're talking about the Serie A and Shiro Immobile. Yes, if he can break or equal Higuain's record.
Thank you very much. He will.
He will. Oh, he will. Okay then. Thank you so much, yes, for that contribution as well, giving us a little bit of his own thought, whether Shiro Fiduam or not. On Twitter, yes, I'll see if we can take some of the tweets right there before we, get you closer. You done Danielle for the FA Cup final. I know the Chelsea fans want to predict, and we'll be going into that real soon, and also take a look at Chelsea. We've talked about Arsenal. I will be looking at Chelsea now. Yes, considering what in future they like. Let me take this call before we do that. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
This is Gerald.
Gerald, you're welcome.
Jude, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gerald.
Vampire. Well, on the Immobile topic, I believe he has done well for himself already. Again, to finish top scorer and he leave the house he will now do is a big feat to achieve.
Yeah.
And after breaking the record, well, anything can happen. He has been able to do it. But even if he doesn't do that, I don't know if he has had a good season. But I feel he can do it. He has been able to do it at the end of the day.
He can do it. So do you see him either which one if he say they much is it possible? Which one if he say go happen? Equaling the record or beating the record altogether?
He can equal it at the same time. If he has the push, he can also break it. It's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
And as for the Inter Milan game, Atlanta,
yes,
it's going to be a tough match.
Yes,
it's going to be a tough match for both teams because the winner take all situation whereby whoever wins the game ends up finishing second behind Juventus.
Yeah.
So, but to me, I feel the game might just end in a draw.
Okay.
I think might end in a draw. Yeah, all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Yes, draw. If the end for draw, that means Lazio, yes, of course, still comes and take it because Lazio too can take it. So if you like, maybe they decided to draw themselves right there. And basically, what that will mean is going to be Inter finishing with 80 points. Lazio, they sweep their compound, we're beating Napoli. Yes, away from home is a big task. Yes, we'll finish second behind Juve right now. Now who will finish? Yes, with 81 points behind Juventus. Who could it be? And could Juve resting Ronaldo, and of course with Dybala out, the rest of the guys injured. Pjanic, well, is out as well. As let us know, do you see them winning this their final game? Yes, sorry, don't take a lot of passion. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Please help us with your radio set. The noise, it's too much.
Which is Michael calling from Lekki.
Michael, no need for location, please.
Thank you. In the discussion concerning Immobile, that young man has been able to seal that record already.
Okay.
And I see him breaking that record, not just equaling that record, but breaking that record. Because I am seeing him getting more 2 goals, or even more 2 goals to overtake that young man record. And at the side of Ronaldo, the young man, I gave him kudos already. Why he has not been able to perform well for himself is due to the pattern and the formation of the coach that makes him not to play so wide in the field and the scoring goals. But though, I know he will work more harder by next season.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much for that one. Sport fans, see they like that, so we hang it right there. Like I said, we're moving and getting closer to the FA Cup final game. Chelsea, Arsenal, yes, and they say now who will carry this one, and now who will it be? Who will make the starting 11? Who will make the difference in the game later today? It is a final, yes, and not just a final for Arsenal. It is also a Europa League ticket. So why Coco League will come ticket could they inside if at all get to play European football? How much they want them? We'll wait to see what will happen right here. Okay, sport fans, even as we count down to the games as well in the Serie A later today. Of course, we'll also give you updates on that one as well. All right, sport fans, let's take a look at the Chelsea team. Chelsea and how they're pushing, of course, in terms of who can make it happen. A lot has been talked about. We talk about the goalkeepers, them Willy Caballero, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and how Marc-Andre ter Stegen and that be the preferred option for Chelsea in terms of getting a new goalkeeper. And of course, Kepa don't resign in mind. Say, in fact, as a day like this, now my back, I don't pack up. Yes, any ninth boss when they're available, I don't move. Of course, if a move comes and every party agrees, say that one might be the best option. But then one player, I believe, say make Kepa never day impatient yet. That Kepa should still stay at Chelsea. And who else? I'm talking about Willy Caballero. Yes, a guy went take walk from, of course, he was called upon and definitely had to answer. And he said, if at all, for you go make brain and make Kepa remain at Chelsea and not move. Yes, not move in another direction or leave the team as it is right here now. But then I'm asking, what would you really advise Kepa to do? Should he stay at Chelsea? If he stays at Chelsea, do you think he can actually win back the fans? Because the fans are somehow not ready to see Kepa right now. The coach as well has also shown that himself has lost faith in Kepa by also benching him. Can he win back the fans, the coach, and maybe somehow that number one shirt? Because from one goalkeeper to another, the day that they see the teams, and Willy Caballero was really talking about how Kepa is a good guy. There's just some off games. He said, and he doesn't even let it show that he's a good team player. Kepa is a good goalkeeper. Willy Caballero had that to say about Kepa, and he says for somebody like that, he will advise him to stay and remain there at Chelsea. The words of Willie Caballero right there are talking about Kepa Arrizabalaga, who somehow, I don't know what's going to happen to all the Spanish goalkeepers, all the number ones. All the number ones. Both the former number ones. I mean, David De Gea, Kepa now. Who knows really what's going to happen with the national team when that's virtually. But anyway, I don't know if you see it working out for Kepa. If you say make him listen, what would you advise him to do? Because Willie is saying stay, but Chelsea look like they're ready to let him go, and even he himself don't mind leaving.
Well, Caballero is just been a big brother to Kepa because he's a fellow goalkeeper too, so it's just logical for him to advise him to keep fighting. But where it becomes very dicey for Kepa is when the coach looks like he has lost faith in you. It will be very, very difficult to regain your confidence. Kepa is not, I would say, he's not really that bad as a goalkeeper. It's just that he's been struggling a lot to discover his form at Chelsea. On a personal note, I would have loved for Chelsea or Lampard to see have a little patience with him because I feel he will still come good. It's very rare to see Spanish goalkeepers that are very bad the way Kepa is now. An example is David De Gea. When he came to Man United, he struggled at the initial stage, and eventually he found his feet, and he became one of the best goalkeepers in the world, maybe until recently when he has started fumbling again. But I think Kepa, looking at his time at Athletic Bilbao, he was a very decent goalkeeper back there in Spain, and I think that was why Chelsea paid that huge amount of money to sign him. I just hope Lampard can have a rethink and then probably give him another chance to prove himself. But Kepa too has to bring his game. He has to calm his nerves as well, because it's looking like he's making up his mind already that he has played his last game for Chelsea and he's prepared to leave. Whatever outcome Lampard decides, he has made up his mind to leave if the coach wants him to leave. But it shouldn't be like that. Kepa, he has that potential. In some games he has showed that glimpses of the kind of goalkeeper he is, bearing the errors he makes, and then if you look at his game, he doesn't really make errors leading to goals. He just maybe the conversion rates of his saves are very low at the moment, and I think he just needs to work on that. He's not the goalkeeper that catches the ball from outside the area. Once you take a shot from outside the box, it is very likely that it's going to score. And he's a good goalkeeper when it comes to one-on-one situation, and his reflex is not that bad. Okay. I just feel he should be given a little more time, to find his footing at Chelsea. I feel he still has a very big future ahead of him. He's still a young goalkeeper, and with time, if Lampard can just be a little bit patient with him, I feel he can still come good for Chelsea. But if Lampard has decided that no, he doesn't want to work with Kepa anymore, the best is just for him, maybe he should just return back to Spain and rediscover his form, because a lot is still at stake for him. Just as last year he had displaced the guy as a Spanish number one goalkeeper. So he has a lot to
So basically let him stay.
Yeah, let him stay.
Okay then.
Let him stay and then fight back to regain his form. I think things will still work out for him if he remains cool-headed.
Okay, let me take this call before I go to Uche. Yes, hello, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes,
Once
good
again,
afternoon. Yes, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Obina is my name.
Obina. Okay, we have Uche here as well.
Yeah, Uche. Sorry, I meet you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Greetings.
You see, one of the most impatient fans we have all around the world are Chelsea fans. They hardly give players, not just players, coaches, everybody that relates to their football club chance to perform. What do I say this? This guy has just switched allegiance from a whole new neutral venue to the other. And then you started blasting him just in his debut season. It doesn't work that way. There are acclimatization process this guy needs to undergo first before you start blasting him. And you when they signed Thibaut Courtois, this guy was a major flop, like a total flop in his first season. But what happened from his next season? He picked up. He eventually, went ahead to win the EPL. So what will stop them? What on earth would stop them from also giving this guy that same privilege? Give him that another season for him to complete his acclimatization process before you start calling for his head. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is a very good goalkeeper. Probably the pressure on him, of course, all of us know that he's currently the most expensive goalkeeper in the world right now. So all these things could pile up some pressure on him. But then, if they could allow him, at least for an additional season, do not rush into the market and then make yet another unnecessary spending. Just give him a benefit of the doubt, probably one more season, for him to correct his wrong, and then prove his methods wrong also. If you don't just, that's like one of the, I think we was interviewed that said he was a very super goalkeeper while he was at Athletic Bilbao. Of course, I know him very well. One of the best goalkeepers in Spain then. So I'm sure that it is the pressure in England that may have been affecting him to be committing all this blunder. But you do very well. Don't rush it. Just give him that confidence. We'll pick up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Kepa Arrizabalaga right there at Chelsea, and the offloading, so it's not going to be easy one, or definitely not going to be an easy one. But even if for saying give him time, is it possible for the fans, to actually get to see him for who he is, see the effort he's putting in, and still, because sometimes once the fans don't resign, say, well, you all just spray, it don't spray. Yes. Yeah, so that is another thing. Can he win back the fans of Chelsea? Can he win back that number one spot? Because as he stands, yes, that number one safe right now. Chelsea no resemble who get to number one. Forget to, yes, as he stands right now, Willy Caballero is the man who is preferred right now. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon. Shehu, I hear you.
I'm talking about Cabernet.
Now we talk about. Go on. Hello, Shehu. Okay, maybe trying to get back. Yes, for fans. Okay, Uche, I should say something on your mind. You feel this work. If Kepa stays, can he really have the opportunity? Will he get the chance? And even if he gets the chance, can he successfully win back the fans?
I think at this point, Kepa should just leave Chelsea. He has played for Chelsea for 2 good seasons, and there's no sign that there's improvement. And we also Thibaut Courtois, when he went to Real Madrid, he did not start well, but we've seen class, we've seen improvement, we've seen the difference from the way he started till now. So I think that was what Chelsea fans were expecting. They were not expecting you to come into Chelsea and just be the number 1 goalkeeper in the Premier League. They need to see the improvement. When you look at people for Chelsea, see, I used to tell people, no matter how bad your defense is, at least you will still see some good saves from the goalkeeper. At the point, Manchester United did not have good defenders. We saw the class of the year. Arsenal did not have the best defenders coming into the season. We saw what Leno did, the percentage of saves, compared to the shots he faced. That's something Chelsea fans are expecting to see in Kepa. Kepa, at the point this season, even Lampard best him for Caballero, thinking he's going to he's going to improve. He came into the team, still same story, no improvement, number of shots faced, percentage of save, very, very poor for a keeper like Kepa. And you don't expect a big club like Chelsea or a big club to give you all the years of opportunity for you to get back to the best form. Yeah, it was pretty good at Athletic Bilbao. I think even when it was Athletic Bilbao, I think it was the second option for Real Madrid if they don't get Thibaut Courtois. I think when Real Madrid got Thibaut Courtois, that was when Chelsea just decided to get him, thinking it's going to come out good for them. But at this point, 2 seasons, he has lost it to the fans. He has even
even lost it with the manager. If you watch the game against Liverpool, there was a set piece Liverpool wanted to take. 3 Chelsea players were talking to Kepa. I think they were telling him this is the way you should position. That means he has also lost it to the players. The defenders do not trust him. They feel any shot he faces, the chances of the ball entering inside the net is higher than him saving it. So at this point, for him to rediscover himself, he should also think about, he also has a career with the national side Spain. If he continues like this, then probably Spain might not call him again. So at this point, he just needs to look for a new club and just get himself back, bring out the best out of him. The Kepa we used to know athletic people, we should just try and rediscover himself. But for Chelsea, I don't think Lampard currently is definitely looking for a new goalkeeper.
Alright, Jose Ijeoma says Frank Lampard has shown Kepa his backside. Kepa cannot make it again in Chelsea because both the fans, the coach has lost confidence in Kepa. I will advise him to leave Chelsea for another club. He's a good goalkeeper, yes, but he should leave Chelsea. The career for that Chelsea don't spoil. If he remains there, he says, Nadia, the career goes spoil. And of course, in every help matters, of course, building up to the FA Cup game later today, a clip that was reviewed, training videos have shown that Kepa was unable to save any of the shots that Christian Pulisic actually played at him, and this is not even helping the case of this young man. Like, come on, already waiting now. Alright, and some people say yes, he's not even putting the effort again. Now the guy don't finish, but Willie Caballero believes that he should stay here. Oracle says stake Jackpot straight. Nandi Gift says I would advise Kepa to keep him, or I'll advise Frank Lampard to keep Kepa one more season. Let him work on his defense. I believe Kepa will prove his critics wrong. Chinedu says, well, to me, depending on the relationship he has with the team manager, whether it's sweet or sour, they may settle. But even if they settle, what about the fans? The fans have their way around things. Even if Lampard give him the chance, you think he can win back the fans? Can Kepa still have a career at Chelsea? Willie Caballero says yes. What do you say? Lucky Ime says, give him the confidence he needs. Keep Kepa. Yes. Danny Gold says, let him go. Even relegation goalkeeper shine passer. How can the most expensive goalkeeper concede this many goals? Okay, Joshua says the recruitment of new staff in the goalkeeping department is one of the factors that is leading Kepa in declination and form. Kepa is a talented young goalkeeper. Let him work on himself and understand the staff better. Okay, I don't know. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello, this is Obina Wilfred Williams.
Obina Wilfred. Okay, go on.
This issue about Kepa. This fan that is saying that Kepa should be given a chance. Which chance? Imagine when your fellow players is already shouting on which chance do you want to give him? Kepa is no good, that this guy is no good. We have to do things in the whole Premier League to go goalkeepers. That guy is so bad. He's not a goalkeeper. There has never been a very good keeper. People that are saying that this is the debut season. This is never his debut season. This is second season. He played on that side. And this is under Lampard.
Yeah, this is second season.
That is not good. That is just this case. She just go. I prefer even the Caballero. Caballero is even better. Because I think she come and see that guy. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, says no chance, no hope again. Yes, Scottish Premiership actions, of course, continues as 3 games they on right there. We have Mirren against Livingston 0-0, Hibernian against Kilmarnock 1-0 for inside that game. 19 minutes there for the centre. Dundee United, yes, against St Johnstone. Then they play 1-0. Dundee United up ahead in that game. 20 minutes of action right there for inside the Scottish Premiership. Yes, and even in Sweden, work continues right here. Just telling you what's in the happen. Of course, counting down to the game. Duisburg against Dusseldorf. Yes, a friendly game. 57 minutes. Dusseldorf just scored their 4th goal, and it is currently 4-1 on top of the clock. Meanwhile, Lille against Anderlecht, it is 2-0. Yes, for Lille. Yes, they're going fine. They're doing normal. Yes, Victor Osimhen no day game, but life continues. How they could do. It's not going to be the first time. Lille are always supposed supplying players. So, of course, problem not there. Of course, Luis might be the player to get the goals right there for Lille in that game. It continues. It's just 61 minutes. Ledge against Rams, now 0-0 still. No goals. Dion against Solskjaer, now 0-0. Genk and Lens. Well, they played in two parts. Genk, they chose their team. Some played, there was Team A, Team B, and now Team B, they play. Yes, it is 1-1. The first game, Genk Lens, they arranged themselves somehow, and they also played a similar scoreline. Right now, this one was Stephen Ode is in this starting 11, same as Paul Onuachu. Cyril Deza has been there, the other team, and he was also on the score chart getting a penalty. Yes, hello, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Paul.
Welcome, Paul. Afternoon. How you doing?
After trying for so many months.
Congratulations. Good to have you on board.
Talking about Kepa. I've been wondering which Kepa we are talking about.
Arrizabalaga.
The same Arrizabalaga.
0-1-9.
I've looked at his stats. Every stat is against him. He had a very poor season. Then it made me to look at his stats even while he was in La Liga. The guy wasn't so good. He wasn't so special. There's nothing about him. Even if Lampard decides to keep him, already the press, the fans, everything is against him. I think the best thing for him is to move on. He should just move on. Probably if he goes to a lower league where attention is not on him, he might perform better, discover himself. But for EPL, no. Everything is against him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well for your contribution. Not the Premier League, not Chelsea. It is over. But we league Caballero say, get what they see. The thing what they see for inside this Chelsea be saying, and just stay small. You'll be able to change Lampard mind. I know what I'm saying. He say make it no rush go. Who knows? Maybe Willie Caballero they let her know say this for why then I know they too. I go soon give you space.
We can always just tell him to stay so he can have a chance to just play more games for us.
If it be 2 ways, it's possible.
If he's with Kepa, he has a chance to see more games at Chelsea.
Or if he just divide them 50-50, say I will not play well in this game so that you play. So that we're going to exchange them. Because if another person comes now,
it's just
me, I'm not going to see game play again. So maybe there's an agreement underground. Alright, anyway, yes, Justice Carter says Kepa is under pressure. I don't see him staying at Chelsea. Anytime we see him on goalposts, we sense a defeat. It's so hard for him. Excel says Kepa is not Chelsea's defense problem. The guy is too young and all he needs is support and encouragement from Lampard. But can he get it? Yeah, the support it will come. Smart Saturday says, as it is, so Lampard should just pick Caballero for today's game and no one here win. Yes, Basil Emi says Kepa is not all to blame. Has anyone ever noticed the trainer, the same trainer? Okay, so basically I think the problem is not Kepa. Yes, it is a problem with the team. Saka Oladimeji says I think Kepa should leave Chelsea if the manager doesn't want him again. Make him go play football for another place and prove them wrong. Kelechi Tara says I'm a Chelsea fan and I don't think Kepa is our problem. Kepa needs good defenders in front of him. This season has been difficult, but I believe he will get his confidence back. He's not the only goalkeeper that had a bad season. Ayobami says most expensive goalkeeper in the world and most as it is right now, Kepa should please go. Please, I can't take it. Hello. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
I want to comment on concerning Kepa.
You can, but tell me your name first, please.
My name is Emeka.
Emeka, okay.
Yeah. Kepa, that guy is not good at all. From the beginning of this season, we have been conceding a lot of goals. So, just have to look for another keeper.
Okay, you need to look for another keeper or keeper. All right, thank you so much. Yes, for that one. Says made to find another keeper sharply. Benedict says Kepa is a good goalkeeper. He needs to work on his positioning. He's very poor in that area. That is the only problem that he has. Just wrapping up our contributions right here because we also have to wrap up Football Live. You know we're going all the way. Yes, the second half of Football Live, of course, continues as we connect with the UK studios, of course, and the team right there to give you the action, of course, take you through what happened from the FA Cup. I'm sure you have your eyes on that one as well, and we will be joining them real soon right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brother FM. But let's see, yes, if you can take just one comment on the social media platform before I wrap it up. Yes, right now, this one from Kelechi says, for me, Kepa should stay. I think Chelsea will not be able to sign a goalkeeper this season. They don't finish their money. So it's a chance for Kepa to prove himself. And I think he will win back that number 1 shirt. I believe he will win it. He should just stay and fight. Okay, stay and fight. Go, no stay. Advice from fans, even fellow players. Yes, a fellow goalie right there saying stay, no go. Now, of course, Chelsea, Arsenal, the FA Cup final is going to be on real soon. About 2 hours to go. And then we're going to know how the matter be. Yes, building up to that one. Right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Of course, we'll be joining Bobby Jackson and Tom McGarry. Yes, on that one to give us everything else that happened right there in that game. Joining back with the Sports Diva right here on Football Live. Yes, the first half of Football Live. We're wrapping it up right now. Big thanks to Uche, Jude, the topmost striker as well, who joined in, yes, in the course of the show. And of course, Josh as well, supporting a striker, of course, sending us the assist here and there. Thank you so much, yes, well, fans, for also giving us your contribution. You can continue to hit us on the social media platforms. Make sure to enjoy the rest of this fine Saturday. Of course, it continues. Football Live continues right here on the frequency of Champion.
Today, identify your station. 88.9.
Football Live.
Be part of the biggest football package on radio. Football Live and Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Send your comments now to our Facebook fan page, Sports Radio Brilla FM.
Our Twitter handle @BrillaFM889
with the hashtag Football Live or email footballlive@brillafm.net. Hurry now, send your comments and be heard.
Football Live. Football Live. Football Live.
Identify your station. 88.9
Football Live. Our proof that Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM has gone beyond one league.